I'm just a ridiculously obsessive sports fan.
Right.
So I'm just I'm constantly prepping for the show, I guess, because I'm lucky enough to have a job to talk about all the things that catch my interest from the time we leave at 10 a.m. till the time I show back up at 6. And there's an awful lot that happens in that time, and there's not very much that happens that I'm not aware of and watching and tracking and keeping up with as the day goes along. So to that point, that's how we come up with when we pull these. Well, I read this column on X, Y, or Z. But I think this was a ESPN, and is it Adam Schatz? Is that his name? It's kind of one of their analytics / scout guys, and he went through each roster. And I like to get a different perspective. I think D-Rock is pretty much ET in line with what we feel here as the local media. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah, because we're all here seeing the same stew being built, being made, and so Mike DeRocco, friend of the program, friend of the station. The Jaguars beat writer for ESPN. Often when you read the Jaguars' perspective, you're reading D-Rock's perspective, which is a good one, but like I said, is often, very similar to the ones that you hear. So sometimes it's good to get that outside perspective, someone who's not as tied day to day to the team and to look at things, objectively from a number standpoint. It'd be interesting. I don't know if they ever do it this way, but this is a column I would read. Take the names off, and I'm not going to tell you who the roster is. Here's just the grades of the players. You know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, you take the PFF grade for the Lions at every position, but you don't tell me that they're the Lions. You see RB1 has 71, RB2 has a 68 grade, but I don't know who they are. I wonder if it would match up with how the team's finished. That's AI, that's for you. All right? And please don't attack us in the meantime. If you know, you know. But anyway, Schatz was identifying the one hole still remaining on each NFL roster. So when we come back on the other side, after we talk to Captain Kev, we'll get to that in this 6 o'clock hour, at least what was identified there. Can't say I disagree too much. ET, if you had to, and I do think that, and we've talked about, I think the fact that really 2 of your sketchiest areas, and there were 4 or 5, so in fairness, were receiver and secondary, and it feels like those are maybe 2 of the most improved areas, at least as far as, and this is even with the release of Gabe Davis. That's what it feels like, at least. Those are very improved areas. What's the biggest hole on this roster right now as we sit here, ET?
The biggest hole right now.
Yeah, that's the question. And by the way, some teams' holes are bigger. Some teams have more holes than others. But if you had to identify one position that could help, it doesn't necessarily have to be a starter. Anyone would take an upgrade of TJ Watt over whoever they have. Don't get me wrong. But if there is a hole on this roster still after all that's been done, what would you say that it is?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right? It is a good one. So to ponder on it, we'll circle back to it because I'm going to get into what was supposed in this column. I can't say that I disagree with it, but again, I'm going in like you are, ET, with that's kind of a tough question. And that's not to say it's a team without weakness. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure which is stronger than the others.
Yeah, a hole and weakness is 2 different things to me.
That's fair. Fair. But if it is a hole, it's because it's a weakness in some area, whether it's numbers, talent, whatever.
Okay.
So there's probably some truth to that as well. But again, I'll circle back to that momentarily, and y'all can grind on that out there in listener land this morning as well. If there is still a hole there, if you were filling a hole, how would you fill it? All right, we've had a couple NBA games now that are, have gone like they're supposed to. At least out west they did that. OKC, after losing their first game at home, rebounded with an emphatic win. And last night it was Minnesota doing the same thing to the Steph-less Golden State Warriors. Doesn't feel like Golden State can win this series without Steph Curry, does it?
That's correct.
And I don't like this Jimmy Butler, who every now and then he just kind of goes into this cave somewhere and won't take over a game, won't put up the volume of shots he needs to take up. He put up his second fewest shots. I don't know what the window was. I get bombarded with these NBA analytic stats. But it was one of his lowest shot attempt nights. And no, Jimmy, Steph's gone, buddy. You got to be that guy. Minnesota was winning that game last night. That scare with Ant in his ankle, but he did come back and play in the second half. I think he finished with maybe 20 some and 9 boards and Minnesota did what they probably wish they had done in game one, which was get victory and maintain home court advantage. To shift the series will now shift out west. And again, with no Steph, man, I don't know. I don't see Golden State winning a 7-game series against Minnesota without Steph Curry. There's a secret part of me. This happens in the business where you root for your opinion. You can't help it. Like it, other walks of life doesn't matter as much, but you kind of root for your opinion. And among the many boisterous claims that I can make over the course of a morning, not much less a week or a season, I said a couple weeks back when Minnesota was playing the Lakers that, you bet I think that Minnesota could go to the finals. And I got a little back and forth on the text line, not an ugly one, but just one that was left with the implication that when it comes to basketball, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, dear.
Well, you know what I mean. But again, it wasn't said in a way that triggered me, so it couldn't have been so harsh. But I'll stand by what I said then. Now, do I think Minnesota will be don't you still feel it'll be Minnesota, Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
They can both get their one, and I don't think Minnesota's going to beat Oklahoma City. I don't. It looks like the path's opening up for OKC, if you ask me. That West was weird, though, man. These seeds that are down here still playing feel like they're better than those teams they knocked out. Except maybe the Lakers, who get the award for the choke of the postseason, don't they? ET, is that fair?
Yep.
You got Luka and LeBron, man. You need to put up a fight.
LA Fakers.
Yeah, the Fakers. Fakers didn't have a good week. So anyhow, those series in the West now back to one apiece. In the East, though, mighty have fallen, and Cleveland and Boston better get back up quick. Both down 2-0, losing games 1 and 2 at home. Oof, that's rough. Braves got another shot to get back to 500. They pulled one out last night, man. They did what they don't normally do, which is show a little heart, a little guts at the end of a game. The closer has not been much of one. Raciel Iglesias has struggled out the gates here. You don't notice it as much when you're a losing baseball team, but it was 2-2 in the ninth last night. Dude gave up a 2-run homer, so the Braves go down 2 in the ninth. Oh, that's great. 4-2. Another. So much for the success. Back to 3 games under 500. Great. Let's go to Pittsburgh. Now they scratched for a couple of runs in the ninth and tied it, sent it to extras. Ultimately, it was the rookie catcher Drake Baldwin drove in a run it went 11 or 12, I think the 11th. And golly, hadn't happened very many times this year, but they snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And so now 1 game under 500. They go to Pittsburgh for a 3-game series, win 2 out of 3, and they'll be back at 20-20, which would be the second fastest return to 500 from an 0-7 start in Major League Baseball history. If they do it tonight, they will tie the fastest path to there. All right, we got a lot. There's your Braves report, by the way. You guys, 6 o'clock, see what happens here in the summer, right? You know what happens in the summer.
Well,
We get a little mini Braves report.
Yes, sir.
That's and we'll sprinkle in the other baseball as it matters. Yesterday was a relatively short day. For the second year in a row, a major storyline in Major League Baseball is the impotence of a franchise. And last year it was the Chicago White Sox, who ended up just like 42 and 120 maybe, or 43 and 190. It's something awful. Hick threw the numbers back at us yesterday. Well, the Colorado Rockies are right here now on just as bad a pace. In fact, on a worse pace through 37 games than the White Sox were on last year. The Rockies, after dropping a doubleheader at home to Detroit, they got blown out, gave up double-digit runs in both games. The Rockies fell to, I want to say 6-31, but I'm going to get it exactly right because, again, it did tie the all-time Major League record for futility out of the gates. And, the Rockies are 6-31 through 37 games, matches the Baltimore Orioles. Did it somewhere, I think, in the 90s, who started 6-31. The Rockies are 6-31. They happen to play in the division that is the best in baseball. All 4 teams in that division, not named Colorado, are over 500, including the Dodgers. They played 38 games. The Rockies have played 37. Y'all ready? A little mini Shazam. The Rockies are 18 and a half games out of first. It's barely May. 18 and a half out. They've been outscored by 109 runs, 224 to 115. Ouchie. Captain Kevin Moore, think about what's that hole in the Jaguars roster you would address? And we're going to get you through a Friday and into the weekend because you're listening to The Drill on 1010XL. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, welcome to the jungle.
We're Duval, we're down, baby.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's Glass. Those beautiful custom glass shower enclosures, maybe a new mirror, a glass tabletop. They can even replace your foggy or cracked glass without having to replace the whole window. Lee and Kate's is local. They're family-owned. They've been a part of our community since 1926. Boy, they've taken care of me, including our brand-new offices at Walk-Off Charities. They did a great job. I promise they'll do the same for you. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But, Coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Calling all poker enthusiasts. The Poker Atlas Tour is bringing 7 action-packed poker events to Best Bet St. Augustine, June 5th to June 15th, including Event 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em tournament featuring a $100,000 guarantee, and the $600 no-limit hold'em title event with a $200,000 guarantee. Satellites are happening now at Best Bet St. Augustine. For tournament structures and all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Happy Mother's Day.
I have cooked, cleaned, scrubbed.
If you'd like some help with Mother's Day gift ideas from Beard's Diamonds, Wicca Candle Bar, Small Cakes Jacks, and Jacksonville Flower Market, go to 1010XL.com.
You're a good one, aren't you?
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Feeling the Florida heat? Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited one-time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarrOrthopedics.com.
Neck pain, back pain, or headache, Shinatri Chiropractic has 4 locations: Westside, 103rd, Riverside, Arlington, and the Beaches. Acupuncture, dry needling, physical therapy. Relief starts today. Shinatri Chiropractic, 743-6700.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Captain Kevin Favor's Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, time to hang up that gone fishing sign. Going fishing. It's a simpler time in America. Captain Kevin Favor, where you literally would just hang the sign. Gone fishing.
Gone fishing.
Gone fishing.
I still have it on the door.
Yes, you do. I consider you to be our outdoor expert, in a way, our ombudsman to our friends of nature.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I don't know if you need to do some sort of ceremony or whatnot, but it's the call of the wild is putting accent on wild lately. I mean, we got a bear on the loose in St. Augustine. We got
it's been awful.
We got rabid coyotes running Atlantic Beach. I saw down in Kissimmee they had a gator attack and death.
Yes.
Which very rarely happens. You know, there very rarely are deaths caused by alligator attack, but they had one of those down there in Kissimmee. I mean, it's a nightmare out there right now. What is going on?
And in South Florida, you had a guy
getting mauled by the bear. That one?
In his house.
Yes. The bear came into his house. The bear came into my man's house, CT.
What the hell? And killed his dog.
Yeah. You know what I did see? This was amazing. And I wish I had committed the stat to memory, but it's like 90-something% of the bear attacks in Florida have been when the person attacked had a dog with him.
A dog with him.
Yeah, the dog. The dog inspires the conflict. You know, gets the aggression level going. So, I mean, I know. Listen, that's why you take your dog out into the woods. What you think is for protection?
Absolutely.
And no, it's a bad. Probably if you're going to be hiking around where bears are, it's a bad idea to take the dog with you. Apparently,
take the dog.
And I tell you what,
the dog is most of the time is trying to protect you.
Correct. And I tell you another one too, another dangerous. This happened to a buddy of mine in college. He was walking his dog down around Lake Alice in Gainesville on campus, which is notorious for gators, and they weren't like in the water. And this gator came up out of the water 6-8 feet, grabbed the dog.
Yeah.
And now this guy went in after this daggum dog, bro. He pulled him out. It was a German Shepherd. He did. He lost.
Damn it. That's a bad man.
He was built like a BSH, buddy. I'm not sure the gator would have won. Anyway, he got the dog. He got the dog out. The dog he saved his life. The dog lost a leg. So 3-legger for the rest of the way. So
yeah, man, what a great story around your beer buddies.
Yeah, and you got to keep it. And you got to. And back to the point. Story side is when you're also walking your dogs around lakes. Be careful, man.
Yes.
They didn't. Here we thought it was man's best friend.
Yeah, exactly. Terrible stories.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I was overwhelmed with all these. And this, by the way, Kev, comes on the heels of, I don't know if you're listening to this early week and you heard about these runaway AI robots now that are communicating and going on strike and attacking factory workers. I mean, we're doomed. Everyone hates humans, including humans. We're doomed. We hate each other. We now learn the animals.
Hate our dogs.
The animals hate us. I don't know what else. Every species of animal in Florida right now is in attack mode. And, obviously AI, I mean, that's a sci-fi movie that's just going to play out.
Well, and look, the more humans that continue to make their way to the state of Florida, the more this is going to happen.
Well, fair.
I mean, they're losing their territory.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, thanks to our commissioners down there in St. Johns County, I mean, they're going to have to just share bedrooms with us because these jokers won't stop developing. They won't stop building. And by the way, in St. Johns County, I don't know, I'm not a political expert, but as much as you jokers have choked us out and overdeveloped, we shouldn't pay property taxes. It should be free. Where's all the money going, gang? Just a question. I don't know. Got to get an investigative reporter down there to the SJC. Golly.
Do not get me started.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all think we're stupid, man. They think we're sitting here stupid, man. Somebody's getting paid.
Just ride down to our boat ramp.
That's gross, man.
It's terrible.
It's gross. And shame on y'all for what? Did anybody ask what anybody wanted, by the way? I mean, I see a certain, I know you got to have some progress and you got to have some input.
Right,
But these,
I get it.
These idiots are turning it into a damn, amusement park. It's like going to Disney trying to get around SJC.
Just for me, trying to get my boat across US 1 now is crazy. I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get killed every day. So anyway, fishing this week's been it's been okay.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a great. I do believe that this weather's going to help, and when I say this weather, we need some rain really bad, and Wednesday afternoon. I think everybody finally got some. I think that we had almost an inch and a half here in St. Augustine. Didn't get anything yesterday, but we need some kind of a change. And I've talked about this enough that you and Ian are probably tired of me saying the same thing. But it looks like the wind's just going to continue. They are calling for southwest today, which we'll see. They kind of called for the same thing yesterday, and let me tell you, bro, it was ugly. I mean, I
golfed yesterday. It blew.
Oh, and the ocean was angry and ugly, and so I
yeah.
I mean, I went to bed at 8:00 last night because I was so freaking wore out from getting my butt handed to me. But it is supposed to blow southwest at 5 today, so. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I might be taking the Wampus out there to the old beach and maybe do a little surf fishing in the afternoon/evening. What's that going to look like today? Or is it raining? I don't even look at anything. Will we catch any fish?
So southeast tomorrow,
today, this afternoon,
and then really southeast on Sunday. So if I'm picking a day to go fishing, I'm definitely going to pick.
I don't have any picks. I don't have any picks. We're going to the beach this afternoon. We'll have to catch one then if there is one. So we'll see.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. But it's
if you were picking though, outside of this one-on-one conversation, it'd be better to go Saturday or Sunday. If you're just listening.
Saturday. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday being Mother's Day, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not recommending that here this morning for Google Nation. Just saying.
You can go early.
Maybe.
Well,
yeah. Oh man, some
of
the moms out there probably want to go fishing themselves, so that's different.
Exactly.
That's a different story.
Yeah, they'd like to go bend a rod too.
Does your wife like to fish?
My wife loves to fish.
Yeah. How often do y'all fish?
Not very often.
Yeah, not as often.
Because and we probably fish more in our pond in Georgia.
Sure. Yeah.
Than we do.
That's not wrong. I'm here for that.
She used to fish every kingfish tournament when we were in our heyday, when we were doing 7 tournaments a year. She fished every single one of those. But the thing is that she ended up where she just got sick all the time. She couldn't handle it. Seasickness.
Oh, I
you know?
gotcha. Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah, so she's like, no, I'd just rather not do this than be sick.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, well, outdoor show tomorrow?
Yes, and we'll actually all be in studio tomorrow. So, also one of my favorite guests is coming in to sit with us, Captain Larry Minyard.
Okay.
And
why is that?
Anyone who knows, Larry's been a charter captain around here. He's in his 70s, and dude has done everything, and he's absolutely 100% the best fisherman that I know. Of anyone that I've ever met locally, that is going abroad, he has done everything, and he's an amazing person, but an incredible fisherman. So the stories are going to be good.
Okay, well, that sounds fun. It's always one of my favorite shows that I'm out and about on the weekend morning. You can catch the boys on the outdoor show tomorrow. All right, Kev, grab your bear repellent, your coyote repellent, your gator repellent, and a 12 gauge, and have a good
12 gauge.
Yeah, and watch out for sharks. It seems like that's the next.
I'll make sure if I see any rogue sharks.
In fact,
I'll let you know.
in fact, I'm not wishing this on anyone in the state of Florida, but I'm going to go ahead and predict by the time we get to Monday there will have been a shark attack.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Hopefully, it won't be here on the First Coast.
Hopefully, it won't.
If I could speak things into existence, I wouldn't be doing a show this morning. Everyone needs to settle down on what I just said. Thank you, Kev. Yeah, there you go. I send him off with a chuckle, E.T.
It's always good.
That's what I do. You know what I have? It's official, and other people have been there, and I have not been on that side, and I've, damn near accused him of this, that, and the other. I've had it, though, with these old dudes coming back and tell us they're fighting. It's not going to do it for me anymore.
Yeah.
So Manny Pacquiao's coming out of retirement. You know what the most amazing thing out of seeing this was? He's going to try. The guy's won like 8 titles in 8 divisions. What is it you're looking to accomplish, Manny? What is it we ain't done yet? If one of these old 46, 55, whatever they are year olds is going to go in the ring and they're going to get literally killed, at some point. But I saw that Manny Pacquiao is coming out of retirement. He's 46 years old, which shocked me. I thought he'd be older than that, to be honest. He's coming out of retirement to face somebody in July, and I couldn't care less. And that was the point of bringing up this story, not indicating any care that the fight is taking place. But I'm tired of. I don't want Sugar Ray Leonard to fight next week. I don't need Mike Tyson. I don't either. You like boxing for the sport that it is, or you. I mean, is that how? I don't remember growing up, and this could be. Not remembering right, but in the sport of boxing, which has died, and of all the deaths of sports in this country, nothing will ever touch what boxing was in the 50s and 60s and what it is now.
Yeah, I agree.
It was like top of the chart interest level. But the point I was going to make is, in the 70s and the 80s when these dudes were fighting, I don't remember guys coming back at 45 and 50 and trying to fight. I remember deep fields of really good fighters in their, I'm not saying they wouldn't fight until their early mid-30s. That was considered fighting old. If you're Marvin Hagler and you went and fought, or Roberto Duran, you were 33, 34, 35 years old, you seemed ancient. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. All right, what's that hole on the Jags roster? I'll give you at least one man's answer when we return. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
In life, only the best things stand the test of time. Like radio play-by-play.
I think it's bigger than it seems. And if you're one of these players or one of these coaches, it's the biggest thing in your life.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Got a leaky faucet, AC blowing hot air, a funky smelling septic tank? No worries, Duck Rooter has your back. We're your one-stop shop for plumbing, septic, and air conditioning, so you can stop juggling 3 companies and just make one easy call. Our expert techs are fast, friendly, and really know their ducks. I mean stuff. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckrooter.com. Duck Rooter, plumbing, septic, AC, and a whole lot of quacking good service.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Need the right tools for the job without the full-time price tag? Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach is what you need when you need it. From heavy machinery for commercial projects to weekend projects at the house, we've got you covered. We've been serving Jacks for 50 years. Visit Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach, just behind Aqua East Surf Shop, or call today. We also have event rentals too. Tucker Equipment Rentals. Tools you need without the price tag of purchasing.
We know who they play, and now we'll finally find out when. Join 1010XL all day Thursday for the big reveal. Open by Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors, and Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Meet our newest players. 1010XL Draft Profiles are brought to you by Wicca Candle Bar.
If speed was a need in Jacksonville, they revved up their engines when selecting Bashal Tootin in day 3 of the draft from Virginia Tech. Tootin ran a 4.340 at the combine, which would be marked as the fastest amongst the class. Many awe at his explosiveness despite his frame, as well as his potential to become a starting caliber running back with 3-down value.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods. San Marco, Avondale, or the shops upon Avedra.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. Terminix stops termites in my home fast. These destructive pests may have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so does Terminix. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem. I certainly wasn't going to. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. Terminix.com.
Hey, Hicken here. So much of what makes us a family takes place in our homes. That's where Zero Res comes in. I love Zero Res, and this month get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner with May Mayhem. A 3-room special starting at $149 plus the 4th room is free. You owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res 28757 or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the Hicken special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
When
you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Okay. We have a first. Well, we have a couple of firsts. The second is a product of the first. And the first is the white plume of smoke came. The conclave's decision official. We have an American Pope for the first time. You realize that yesterday, E.T.?
No, I didn't.
Pope Leo the 14th is American, Chicago-born, fluent in like 3 or 4 languages. That's all like his initial address. He went out of. See, the thought always there would never be an American Pope because of the language barriers, right? Like, Italian and Spanish and Latin and some of the. Well, this guy's fluent in like 3. This guy, the Pope, is fluent in 3 or 4 different languages, but the offshoot of that is that for the first time, at the highest level, we have a Pope, because he's American, who's a sports fan. And so for the first time ever, as a Pope is being discussed after he has been elected, we have a sidebar conversation about sports. He'll go by Pope Leo the 14th. He's a Chicago native, Pope Robert Francis Prevost, the 267th Pope. But I guess maybe it's not unique for a Pope to be a sports fan. That's not fair. To be an American sports fan, because there have been popes like from Argentina, big into soccer, and others. But being the first from the U.S. is natural to wonder whether we'll see any of his favorite teams make the trip to Vatican City. The most likely would be Villanova basketball. He got his bachelor's degree from Villanova. The meme game around the Pope yesterday was top notch. I mean, Pope Leo, wait time 2 days. Wait time to become Pope 2 days. Wait time to become a Cleveland Brown for Shedeur Sanders 3 days. I mean, they're just beams flying left and right. But like the commercial going where Dante DiVincenzo is the only Villanova Wildcat, and the other 3.
they put the Pope in there?
They put the Pope with Dante. In fact, the Pope, who got his degree at Villanova, retweeted a celebration post after the basketball team won the Natty in 2016. The NCAA was very quick to make sure everybody knew his connection to Villanova. Another person might be excited is director Spike Lee, who believes his team, the Knicks, are in for a holy blessing because of all those former Villanova players currently starring for the Knicks. And then we get into, there's a little bit of a controversy in Chicago where he's from. Is he a fan of the Bears? Which Chicago-based baseball team does he support, White Sox or Cubs? Apparently, he's never tweeted about any pro sports in Chicago. It was mentioned on ABC that he roots for the Cubs, even though he's from the South Side. His brother, by the way, has a brother here in Florida. Told WGN he was never, ever a Cubs fan. He was always a Sox fan. His brother said their mother was a Cubs fan. Their father was a Cardinals fan. Ooh, that's a rough house. So, interesting for all of us that aren't, into the tradition and history of the Pope, right? As non-Catholics. But, yeah, for the first time, we got sports fandom entering the mix. Okay, E.T., now time for the question that I'm not sure what the impact is because of how tough it can be to have a definite answer. By the way, shout out to Ron Compton this morning, Cowboy Ron, who reminded me there was one in our day who had the comeback at the older age, and that was George Foreman. But his appeared more like a legitimate comeback, not a money grab, like cash grab, like these dudes will throw together today.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I was telling you, I came across this column, biggest hole, or one hole for each team as they head out of free agency in the draft and get ready for the regular season. And so, obviously, your curiosity immediately takes you to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, E, I guess I'll ask you, did you come up with an area? If you could add a piece at any position, the position of need, the hole on the roster right now, what would it be? And again, this could be depth, starter, it could be anything.
That position would be linebacker.
Okay, and that is probably going to be a popular pick.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a couple folks on the text line when I asked that question, text in that linebacker is where they would see that hole as well. I get that. Again, because the needs are small-ish, and there are 3 or 4 or 5 of them. They're close together in need. I think I'd be that wishy-washy guy right now that you could probably argue me 3 or 4 or 5 different positions by the time we're done.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you what Adam Schatz of Football Outsiders there in ESPN said. He said it was edge rush depth. That might still be the right answer.
Yep.
I mean, we're happy they went and got Agba, but let's be honest, man. He started every game for the Dolphins. He had 5 sacks. He's in his 30s. This isn't, some definite 8-sack impact. And so another edge rusher to put in that rotation. Let's be honest, man. Abdullah and Miles Cole played a lot of downs last year. Cole played 11% of the snaps. He had 0 sacks. Yasir Abdullah, 0 sacks. They can manufacture a little depth, I guess, if they want to push Armstead outside. That did not seem to be a good plan a year ago. You wonder, I see the Jaguars rookies saying everything that would make a player intangibly rich, and McLeod, who was an outside backer, edge rusher, he'd kind of fit the combo of these two needs that we're talking here. Just he can't wait to get on the field. He's going to be an impact player. He loves football. I do think this, as the Jags all organize for their rookie minicamp, you do have a whole bunch of guys who are excited about getting on the field.
Yep, you do.
They're not nervous. They're not, oh gosh, back to work. They're excited to get on the football field and show these guys who picked them and believe in them, show them just what they can do. And that's great, but the most important, the biggest part of that statement is show them what they can do. That's the part. Intangibles and all, hopefully. All right, time for a football fix. Fire up the band. Brought to you by the Sharks. Off week this week, but go ahead and get in line for the next home game. It's fun down in that arena. Sharks are 4-2, off to a good start. I would suggest it'll be a playoff team this year, so feel that excitement downtown inside the arena at jacksharks.com. Take your game outside, then I would suggest the home course, the Joe&T Creek Golf Club. Tee it high, let it fly, and enjoy the golf that we have here on the First Coast. All right, first a couple of headlines. It seems strange to me when I see a draft pick sign a rookie deal, because isn't it all slotted to avoid all this stuff? Well, the history was made in this case. I don't know why the Texans would do this. Like, one of the benefits of getting a rookie is having those 2 or 3 years of development where he is at a more affordable price and you're not locked in. But the Texans gave receiver Jaden Higgins, a second-round pick, a fully guaranteed contract. He's the first in NFL history to get a fully guaranteed contract as a second-rounder. We've seen it with first-round picks before. The first fully guaranteed second-round contract in NFL history, 4-year, $11.7 million. He went number 34 overall to the Texans. I don't know what the financial gains are. It's like, you sign a guy and you lock him up guaranteed so that you can make sure you have him. Well, as rookies, you have that, that power of transaction already. So we'll see. All right. George Pickens says he's happy to go play with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, which, that makes sense. He should be happy to go join those dudes from the offense in Pittsburgh that has been far from explosive the last few years. Steelers still with with big quarterback. You know, we talked about that roster hole question. I promise you, if you go over the Pittsburgh Steelers and you went down the list, it would be quarterback. And of all those positions, that's certainly the most important one. Panthers made a little news yesterday. Talked about edge rush depth. There's some more out there. Jadeveon Clowney was cut. Just one season with the team among several moves announced yesterday. Also, running back Jonathan Brooks, second-round pick last year. He goes on the PUP list. He's had 2 ACL injuries in 13 months. The team had tried to trade Clowney. He's due to count $13 million against their books. He's only 32. I say only, but if you're looking for some sort of impact, we'll see if there's any market out there for Jadeveon Clowney. 5.5 sacks with the Panthers last year, which I believe is the same number Agba had with the Dolphins. I believe. Got some injuries starting to crop up. Giants lost an edge rusher yesterday. It doesn't take much, man, in the workouts. Doesn't take full contact. We saw that here, right, with Dante Fowler Jr. One of the very first practice.
Yeah, very first practice, wasn't it?
In a non-contact drill. All right, that's a football fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks and the Jolton Creek Golf Club. Hicken and Rival more next. GFL Friday on the drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Travis Pastrana here from Nitro Circus Live, and you're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM, Jack Sports Radio.
Frank Frangie here. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices for you. So who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Well, the answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik is there for you even on Sundays. Nimnik Buick GMC understands that weekends might be the only time you have available, and that's why they're open on Saturdays from 9 to 7 and Sundays from 11 to 5. Visit their showroom off Phillips Highway or shop online 24/7 at NimnikBuickGMC.com. That's NimnikBuickGMC.com. Head to Nimnik today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Summer in Jacksonville. Sun's out, flip-flops on, and whoa! Well, there goes Uncle Bob into the pool again. Protect your pool deck with Don't Slip Deck Coatings of Jacksonville. Their multi-layered slip-resistant coatings keep you on your feet, not on your backside. Durable, stylish, and way cheaper than an ER visit. Don't Slip Deck Coatings even has indoor options so your kitchen floor isn't a skating rink. Call 904-466-1839 for a free quote and follow Don't Slip Jacks on Facebook and Instagram.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Want to support a locally and veteran-owned company? If you need a new AC, we should be your first and only call. Ideal Conditions keeps you cool. Just gas your AC. Call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound & Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound & Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
John Haney here for Clearwater. And I know I'm always joking around, but this is a serious time for our coach and our team. So if you need a sprinkler system, a French drain, or seamless gutters, and you live in Duval County, then give us a call today.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. And drainage too.
Duval.
ClearwaterJags.com. This Mother's Day, be direct. Tell mom she shines without saying a word. At Diamonds Direct, we've curated a meaningful collection of timeless gifts for every budget, from birthstone rings and stackables to diamond pendants, pearls, and stunning earrings. So here's to mom for her love, her strength, and always putting others first. This year, she deserves a gift that lasts a lifetime, and that's our specialty. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by Chad and Sandy Real Estate. The Florida Gators baseball team is gearing up for a pivotal weekend series against the #1 ranked Texas Longhorns in Texas. This marks the first ever regular season meeting between the two programs, with the previous encounters occurring only at the College World Series. First pitch will be tonight at 7:30. You can hear the game live on 1010 a.m. Last night, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp secured a 3-1 victory over the Syracuse Mets at the Vistar Ballpark, improving the series now 2-1. Shrimp pitcher Ryan Weathers delivered a stellar performance, pitching 5 scoreless innings, just allowing 2 hits, issued no walks, and struck out multiple batters, earning his first win of the season. The Shrimp and Mets will get back on the field tonight for Game 4. First pitch will be at 7:05, followed by Game 5 and 6 tomorrow and Sunday. It's 70 degrees at 6:59. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
You know
Sweet Friday! A little emotion, please. Hey! Ho! Hey, ho! Take it, Friday. Oh, yeah. It never gets old. Never! Oh, yeah! Yeah. Front, yeah. I love to say it, and I'll say it again and again.
What is that, dude?
One more time! Oh, yeah! Oh, sweet Friday. You look so fine. Glad you're with us. Good to be here. May Day. It's a good time. It's a good time to be here. It's a good time to be alive. A lot of you go watch the Jags tomorrow practice here in the middle of May.
Sure.
Oh, I'm pulling up.
Yeah, you can good. You can give me the first-hand account of what happens there.
Right.
Man, did he tie those shoes. I never seen a guy lace them up. Man, I think our guy Travis Hunter, though, I think he wore his only suit to that draft. Did you check out the attire underneath the robe?
Yeah,
he's wearing PJ pants. Yeah. My guy's wearing Jaguar PJ pants to graduation yesterday.
Yeah. They were Jaguars.
That's right. He's jagged up. He's ready to go. I did say this to ET. As these guys hit the field, the rookies today, it does seem like, and this would fit the intangibly rich, label.
Mm-hmm.
It does seem like they have a lot of guys who can't wait to get on the field. Can't wait to show can't wait to play some football.
That would be good.
It's a little thing, but I think that's what intangibly rich means to a degree.
Okay. That would be good.
What do you got? I don't need a step on Dan time here. I have a couple questions for you more than I do statements.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a couple things, but
good.
Go ahead.
No,
and
you
ask.
go. Take the floor.
Well,
I've been babbling and
all right.
blabbing for an hour.
Well,
friend.
as long
Thanks
as
for being here.
as long as we talked about Travis Hunter,
okay,
he is the subject of our Dream
there you
Finders
go.
Homes poll.
Perfect.
Question.
See, synergy is what we call that in the
We're
business.
gonna lead right into that. And I was thinking about this because we had this discussion the other day. So allow me the Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. They're everywhere, and they do a terrific job. And right now you can get a fixed 4.99% interest rate, which is really good. And there are all kinds. I think there's 15 different locations each.
15 of them things?
That's right, 15 in the Jacksonville area. You first-time homeowners who think, I can't afford a house. Well, tell you what, you go check out Dream Finders. You probably can. You probably can. So we were talking about this on the drill the other day. And if you could get one of these, which would you take?
Okay.
Concerning Travis Hunter.
Uh-huh.
He is the best wide receiver in the NFL, but he doesn't play defensive back.
Okay.
So he is better than Justin Jefferson, better than Jamar Chase.
Okay.
He is the best cornerback in the NFL, but he doesn't play wide receiver. He is, take your pick, Patrick Surtain. He is really good at wide receiver and really good at cornerback. Those are your three choices.
Yeah, I'll take 3 by a mile.
3 by a mile.
Because that is the value of the pick.
Yeah.
Is that,
right.
What was they got 2 first-rounders in one. And he's had comps on both sides of the ball to those guys, to your point.
Yep.
But if you weren't going to have option 3,
mm-hmm.
I got to think option 3 here wins by a mile. You're allowing people to not really have to make too tough of a choice. I'll take him both ways. If you really were, you can't have him at all on one side
mm-hmm.
and totally on the other. I'd almost like it to be receiver this year
mm-hmm.
and then flip him to corner. And what I mean is I think right now that need is greater at receiver. But over the course of a franchise, having that lockdown corner may be the more valuable spot because we have a number 1 receiver. That's why.
Okay.
But this year, with all the turnover, I said this earlier, do you think there's any part of Liam Cohen that looks at his roster and doesn't think he's going to do here in Jacksonville exactly what he did last year in Tampa? It's a similar offensive roster. It's not
mm-hmm.
like wildly different. Take the offensive line away, and it's almost an identical roster. Pretty close, if the Jags 3 running backs can match those 2, because you would think Hunter and Thomas are every bit as good as Godwin and Evans right now.
Right.
And you would think that Trevor has got a lot of similarities to Baker Mayfield as a former number 1 pick who has been somewhat productive, but not to the level that we saw Baker last year. So I'm sure Liam Cohen's idea is, man, we're going to go.
E, what say you?
I know for a fact that the best DB would be last for me.
Okay.
I'm somewhere between best wide receiver.
The best.
And very good at both.
Yeah. Like you're getting 120 catches for 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns, or you're getting 85 catches for 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns.
I'm probably going to lean with the very good at both.
Well, you guys are in the majority.
Yeah, the best wide receiver in the league, though, that means Trevor's getting crazy too, though. So that's
59% say very good at wide receiver corner. 36.8 say best wide receiver in the NFL. 4.1 say best defensive back. So
there is no right answer, by the way. I mean, I'd
take any one of them.
Right,
quite frankly, right?
You could say, I mean, what is being the best wide receiver in the league? Gotten Justin Jefferson and the Vikings, Jamar Chase and the.
Oh yeah.
You can.
But
say,
for us here in Jacksonville,
sure.
if we had the best wide receiver, or if we had the best corner, or if we had a guy who, like you said, the value of the pick is playing both.
Right.
I'm good with
I think in a perfect world, man, if they didn't have the hole at receiver, and by the way, they had already released Kirk. They've known for a while about Gabe. They didn't just all of a sudden wake up.
Gabe going to the Giants, huh?
Knock yourself out. Good luck.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Yeah.
But they've known this for a while. That's just part of what they've had in mind when they constructed the roster.
Right.
So it makes Travis Hunter as a wide receiver almost mandatory.
Correct.
They have bought more than bodies to play in the secondary. But I think in a perfect world, the most valuable way to play a guy as good as he is would be the way we all thought pre-draft. Would be to be a full-time cornerback and then go play offense 15, 20 snaps a game. I think that I'm not sure that that's where we won't settle, after all of this initial decision. And who knows, maybe it's where the Jags will ultimately settle. What if De'Ami Brown and Parker Washington are lights out, then maybe we will see some more on defense.
I got a question for both you guys.
Uh-huh.
It's Christmas time.
In the city.
You guys are young kids.
Okay. Nice.
7, 8 years old.
Sure.
Glory
Day. I got
you guys,
Evil Knievel.
Were you guys snoopers? Did you want to know what you were going to get for Christmas before Christmas?
You know what? Like many things in life, Dan, I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway.
You did it anyway.
I did. The power of the
lure.
Of the lure, it made me do it, and I always regretted it. I would rather have just known getting up in the day.
Well, we're going to test that today, see if we've learned our lesson. What about you?
Wasn't a snooper. They ain't really have a Christmas tree like that growing up.
No? Okay.
Wasn't a snooper.
All right.
Yeah, this wasn't under the tree, buddy. You went looking for it underneath beds.
I'm talking about
sheds.
I'm talking about Sweet Mama would buy you a couple gifts and hide them.
Nah, Mama wasn't hiding nothing.
No? Okay.
Nope.
All right. We ain't hiding anything, son.
Sorry, son. You ain't getting nothing this year.
Sorry, son. There is a... next week is the schedule release.
That's right.
Well, I've snooped around.
You snooped?
And I can give you 5 of the games.
Wow.
Do you want them or not?
Of course.
Then we're snooping.
Are you, and you're positive?
No.
Oh.
Speculating.
Well, I mean, I don't know then. I mean, when I snooped for the presidents, I knew exactly what it was.
Could very well be wrong.
Unless they snuck a super toe in a super jock box, I knew what it was.
I'm just giving you guys this. If you don't want to snoop, flip over to music.
Remember
for a second.
Remember the one year a couple years ago where the dude grifted the whole league?
Yeah.
NFL schedule release at Twitter or whatever, and he got every market just got bamboozled.
There's a couple things. One, the one going around is that we're playing the Rams in London.
Okay.
Week 7. They'll announce those here.
Dang. So L.A., I'm assuming we play in week 7. They got to leave like week 4.5 to get there.
Yeah,
that is a long trip.
I think they're taking a boat.
Have they been?
They don't mind. They're going to Hawaii.
They're going to go around the other way.
Yeah.
We're going to just take a cruise. Have the Rams been to Europe?
Have the Rams been to Europe?
I wonder. I don't recall them playing. I don't remember every game, but I'm kind of silly that way. They may have played there actually a couple years ago.
I thought everybody had been.
I think they may have played there a couple years ago. Or no, they did Mexico, right? Didn't they do Mexico against the Chiefs?
Yeah, they did.
I'm not sure they've been all the way to at some point. Maybe they have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall remembering a game. I can remember a bunch of teams that have played over there. Although outside of the Jags London games, it's easy to forget them.
Well, anyway, that's week 7.
So week 7, all right, there's peak number 1. Hey, cool, look at that, I got a bike.
First one I stepped on, it's a big one, week 18.
Okay, I mean, where are you?
Texans at Jags.
I'm not going to ask for sources. So they are,
that would make sense.
The league is saying we think you're the 2 best teams in the division.
Yeah.
I do think that they fancy it that way.
I mean, Texans at Jags, that'd be a big home game.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Week 12 at Arizona, 425.
These are pretty generic games, man. Can you give me a prime timer or something?
I got a good one for you.
Bust my chops a little bit.
I got 2 good ones for you.
Okay, Arizona, what week?
12.
I wish I had a corresponding date to that. That's probably what? That's early November?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 3. We know the opponent. So
week 14, not a great one. Thursday night football.
Okay, let me get is it home or away?
Away.
I don't care then. I don't know. Who is it? Is
Titans.
It like Colts?
Very good,
Titans. Ugh.
Of course.
That takes you back to the old days.
Again,
right?
just speculating.
I guess.
Could be all wrong.
You said snooping. That sounds more official.
I went snooping. Week 2.
Give me something good, man. Tell me something good.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
The Chiefs at home.
Chiefs
Monday
at
night.
home.
At Bengals.
Monday night.
No, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Bengals always lose early. It's a good time to get them.
You might be right. Well, I assume we'll get a home game. Certainly, they're not going to make us go back-to-back on the road, are they?
That means we'd open at home, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's getting excited now. By the way, I see that they're just making a big production out of the schedule release next week and how each show sees the season playing out. I went ahead and emailed them your 12 and 5 though. We'll just have to.
Dang.
I didn't mark exactly which ones were the wins and losses, but I
saved the best for last.
Oh, you have another one?
One more.
Okay, good.
I've been snooping.
Snoop. That's PlayStation 5.
I went snooping.
Snoop D-O double G's, who you are.
Week 16.
Uh-huh. Week
Good news,
16.
Good news, bad news.
Okay.
Good news, Sunday Night Football.
Oh, man. We playing the Chiefs.
Great news, at home. Best news, Chiefs. Bad news, Week 16. Could get moved.
I think they do that to the Jags on purpose. Let's give those jokers, 2 Sunday nighters in the last
later in the
6
season.
weeks.
Right.
We can get out of it.
Flex.
Well, hopefully the Jags will be playing meaningful enough football that game will matter and it'll stay right where it is. Man, that's some potential excitement if your snooping is correct, because you would have the Chiefs at home on a Sunday nighter.
Again, no idea.
Dan Hicken's reporting. Go ahead and tweet this.
Nope. Just snooping.
And so if you get the Chiefs in a Sunday nighter Week 16, and then you've got the Texans at home to end the season, man, that's going to be some high-stress football, perhaps.
Yep.
But at 12 and 5, But
E.
E already told me we're beating the Texans. I think we lose to the Chiefs, though, so that'll be right.
Every one of those games you told us, all of them were dubs except for the
they're all dubs.
Yeah.
When you win 12, you win. That's a lot of dubs.
I'm not saying I disagree.
That's a dub.
A lot of dubs there.
All right, it's
my snooping.
Of all of the coups
that
Todd Golden has pulled, if he snatches this rabbit out of the hat last minute, this might be bigger than any of them.
Who's that, Boogie?
Yeah. If Boogie Flan, who, by the way, this guy's a terrific player. He just got hurt last year. When he played, this guy will fit right in with what Florida does. He's Denzel Aberdeen, but the 5-star version. And so if Boogie Flan agrees to come to Florida because he's trying the draft process, he, like Clayton a year ago, is finding himself falling in round 2. He's a young kid. He didn't play much again as a freshman. He got hurt. He tried to come back late. He's a really skilled guy, and I would think would be, thought to be one of the top guys on the market, but just because of where it fits the need and because of the level that, they haven't gone and gotten that guy. That's more been the little smaller school star
What's
player.
the rumor on Boogie?
The rumor on Boogie is that the draft's telling him he's going to be a second rounder, and so now he's seriously considering his options, and Florida's emerging as a favorite, and they're throwing around NIL money that is not normally talked about in Gainesville, like in the $3 million range.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, they're reporting $7 million, which is
ain't no
not,
seven.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't report that one.
Yeah.
Probably about half that. It's an overstep of what they've done, at least to this point. So that'd be a really nice one-year addition to keep that backcourt as productive as it's been the last 2 or 3 years.
Do you two liken me as a basketball savant?
No.
Do you think of me as a hoops expert? Have you ever once thought, we should call Hick Dr. Hoops because he knows what he talks of? Have you ever thought of that, E?
No.
Has that crossed your mind? Like, I'm going to call Hick Dr. Hoops from here on out because of the hoops takes that he brings daily?
You know what?
What?
Actually, never.
Okay.
Set you up there a little bit.
What about you, Jeffrey?
I'm going to just take the fifth.
Okay.
Grounds that might incriminate me. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard you say everything through all the years. So, yeah.
Because
I've called you a lot.
I am here to tell you people today, those are listening. That
you did earn, at one point, we would give the March Madness champion
Dr. Hoops
moniker for the year. And, you probably won one of those.
That's true. One. Anyway, I am here to tell you all, the Media Mogul is here to tell you all that I've done it again.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
My basketball expertise is second to none, only because it's been verified and confirmed by the greatest college basketball coach of our lifetimes, which is whom?
The greatest, Mike Krzyzewski.
No.
What are you talking about?
Current college basketball coach.
Current college basketball coach. Gosh, they've all gone, man. Bill Self,
disappointing.
Hurley, Golden.
No.
Who?
Rick Pitino.
Okay, yeah. Well, Izzo just called. Maybe he,
Rick Pitino is the greatest college basketball coach. Currently going.
Arkansas not impressed. Anyway,
he tweets yesterday, and I quote, and then I'll let you two respond to the tweet.
Okay. Did he call you Dr. Hoops?
Well, he may have well just been listening to the drill.
Okay.
Just think of what a big-time winner Jalen Brunson is.
Okay.
That's, no big
Captain
deal.
Obvious.
Now, pencil in Walter Clayton Jr. There you go. Just win, baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, there it is. Dr. Hoops gave you that exact take yesterday. The exact take. Hicken and Pitino. What say you now?
This is the part where we don't tell him there's a 6 o'clock hour. We just go. We just move along.
Don't say nothing.
We don't say nothing about how similar the.
What are you saying?
Dr. Hoops hit it on the head.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm.
No, that's all good. I just said that this must be this fantastic fun for you. I said this while you were 10 toes up yesterday morning, and the similarities between Florida's orange and blue and Walter Clayton and your orange and blue and Brunson. So, but I don't.
You heard me say that.
But you're still. Yeah, that does not take. There's a lot of doctors in the hospital, friend.
Eavesdropping.
Speaking of hoops, though, Paul Pierce did walk to work.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
But we don't know if he walked the whole thing.
Well, he said he did.
Of course he said he did.
You don't think he did?
I don't know.
I give him credit if he walked, man.
He did walk.
You need to walk, though, if you make that.
But he didn't walk
went over the
barefoot.
top.
He said he was going to walk barefoot.
He didn't walk barefoot.
No.
But he did have a robe on.
He did have a robe.
Thank goodness for him, though, that he at least drew the line at barefoot, because my pledge I was going to walk naked if mine didn't come all the way to the Final Four. Some years it was a long haul.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, that would not have been pretty.
Yeah.
I read while we're talking basketball, and we'll just do this real quick, but
We're talking basketball. Okay, go ahead.
They're playing basketball. The combine's going on for NBA. And
okay.
Well, that's especially important for Florida because of one guy, Alex Condon. Chinyelu, ain't nobody going to tell that kid, come on to the NBA. He's going to be back in the middle of that Florida.
Okay.
Defense, I'm pretty sure. But SI.com and their NBA writer have got the NBA draft decisions, top 15 players, who could either return to college or turn pro. And Alex Condon, I would assume, would be on that list because he's one of those guys who falls right now between 30 and 40 for the most part.
I don't like the fact that I haven't heard he's coming back yet.
Well, and I think this week, though, will matter. I think you will hear that when this combine breaks because guys sort and settle just a little bit off of he's coming in at 33. Good look. If he has an unbelievable combine, Dan, and he dominates with the bigs and he runs the court, we could see him suddenly shoot up into the 15 to 20 range, or he could just look like he could still have a year to go. By the end of the year, it looked like another year would suit him well and make him a lot more money. That's what it looked like what about Dr. Hoops? Would Dr. Hoops agree with that prognosis? At the end of the year, Condon looked like he could use another year and make a lot more money by doing so. Clayton did.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what they write about Condon, who they have at number 33, so just outside the first round. Condon's rise from little-known Australian recruit to potential first round is a testament to both his work ethic and Florida's elite evaluation skills. Gators would love to run him back with Condon for his junior year, take a stab at back-to-back titles, but if Condon can play his way into a first-round promise, he'll stay in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So, to your point, we're all wishing, at least for a couple of weeks, that Alex Condon doesn't play real well. Boogie Fland, by the way, that's also he also is on this list. His big board rank is 44. Fland seemed destined to be a one-and-done prospect, but a late-season injury combined with efficiency woes has his stock more in flux. Because of that, he entered the portal ahead of the deadline. A number of suitors, including defending national champion Florida, which made a significant push for the former elite recruit. So kind of doubling up some of those reports. I hadn't seen this until now. So Boogie Fland on the radar, Alex Condon on the NBA radar, and those two decisions are going to play a big part in what kind of team Florida has next year.
All right, we'll take a break. We're just warming up. It's Friday right here on the Drill, 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Owners matter in sports. Man, do they matter, right? I mean, here in Jacksonville, we have chronicled what Shad Khan has done, but there is a willingness to win, and for that, we appreciate him, right? There's a willingness to spend money, right? And we appreciate that. These baseball owners, some of these guys are getting fat, and some of them, you want to talk about disconnect. Man, if I was a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, I would hate that owner there. His name is Bob Nutting, and he is nutty as nutting is his last name. 306 and 440 while he's been an owner. Just a horrible, horrible franchise. The most money this JA has spent on a free agent happened 11 years ago when he signed a pitcher for $39 million, which, again, in this day and age is peanuts. This guy is an idiot, and he fired his skipper yesterday, and he says his team's got to play better. They have no talent, minus schemes. None.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, it's a high-speed chase to the checkered flag.
Off the corner, to the line, the checkered flag is waving.
Sunday at Kansas, powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology, man. Look, a couple things, man. May is Skin Cancer and Melanoma Awareness Month. Awareness, the key word. Be aware of what that sun can do, especially in the Sunshine State, right? They got a lot of great things going on at Beaches Dermatology, right? They got the new Fernandina location now open. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader. Cosmetic specials. You know what? Mother's Day's coming up, right? What a great time to get a wonderful gift for your mom from Beaches Dermatology. But you better hurry. You better go there today. But most importantly, protect yourself from the sun. That's what Beaches Dermatology wants you to do. You know what? Floppy hats, long sleeve dry fit sunscreen if you're out there for a long period of time. And if something does pop up, go get it checked out. There are different locations. So just go to beachesdermatology.com, find the location that best suits you, and go see one of these great doctors, and they'll take great care of you. beachesdermatology.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Celebrate Mom with a unique experience this Mother's Day at Wick, a candle bar. Make her own custom candle with over 90 fragrances at Wick, a candle bar in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Hey, fantastic news, but you better hurry. Due to overwhelming response, Beard's Diamonds extended their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. So it's Hicken here. Now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. That's through Sunday. It was Beard's most ambitious offer ever, and it still stands today and tomorrow. All right? You want to hit a home run? You want to hit a grand slam for Mother's Day? Check this out. Beard's locally owned, by the way. The freedom to give you the pricing you deserve on the highest quality diamond jewelry. So celebrate the moms in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. Now, look, they have other great stuff for Mother's Day. Colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, fashion jewelry. But Beard's Diamonds is your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. It's at the St. John's Town Center, so easy to get to. Don't miss Beard's Diamonds' biggest sale ever, now through Mother's Day at the Town Center, the only locally owned jeweler. That's our friends at Beard's Diamonds.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
Hello.
Hello? The Checkmate Coatings phone line has you covered from the floor up. From tough sports topics to strong surfaces, Checkmate Coatings is your floor's missing piece and your connection to the sports world on 1010XL.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coating is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we'd like to give out a prize pack. He says it's razzle-dazzle. What are we handing out today?
I got a $100 gift card to Beach's Dermatology.
Wow.
Plus a Kuhn flower
Get outta here.
floral arrangement.
That's a home run, man.
This is all a part of the 1010XL Mother's Day gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas. Hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill.
You Googans don't deserve that. It's a home run for Mother's Day, and you're pulling it out on a Friday when Mother's Day is Sunday. But that's fine. We'll do that for you. I had I went and watched the Metties last night down here at the baseball grounds. I want to talk about that for just a second. Not necessarily the Mets, not my observations of the Syracuse Mets or the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. It's just a great game day experience. But there's one thing that they got going on down there, which is it just infuriates me even more.
Oh,
it infuriates me. All right, I'm gonna say it. I was talking to Murph about it last night.
Wow,
it's beyond ridiculous because it works so well and so easy. Okay. And it's the automatic balls and strikes.
Yeah.
And it takes literally, a guy taps his helmet and it's on the board and you see it and you move on. It's so simple. And the fact that we don't have that in major leagues now just makes me nuts. As you and I both watch a lot of Major League Baseball games and get infuriated almost on a nightly basis.
I don't see what
in the battle for the strike zone.
I don't know what the hesitancy is.
Yeah,
like why the technology is there for Pete's sake. I mean, we can clone things.
Oh, it's
put the box
It
up.
works perfectly. It's great. It happened last night. First inning, dude bangs his helmet. It just touched the box. It's a strike. Sorry. That's the way it goes.
That's right. If
and
we're going to use this box, you can't complain about anything.
They don't. They just move on.
Yeah,
it's great. And
you know what? You want to know what piece of equipment did way more damage than it did benefit for the fan?
What's that?
Putting that box up.
Yeah.
Keep it like in fairness, keep it like the umpire sees it.
Yeah.
They're a lot more arguable. You would have not been near as, I mean, some of those balls that we come, now I'm talking about the ones that miss 5 inches up and out.
Correct.
Those ones that are just barely missing the line. I mean, that's being a little.
The problem is, you're right. Putting that up. But the problem is the view that we have is not quite, sometimes it might be just a little off. So it might look like, I see that a lot in softball for some reason. I don't think the softball is perfectly centered up. So softball, I see that all the time, and I'm like, golly, where was that pitch?
Right.
And in fairness, if you're not exactly behind home plate and you're not watching, it's hard. Like where I sat last night, I sat over the first base dugout. You can't tell.
No, you can't tell, especially left and right. You can tell up and down.
From a baseball, so anyway, ABS, terrific, and they do a great job.
Automatic ball strike.
Yeah. Game day experience with the Shrimp, of course, is still top-notch. Great night, Thirsty Thursday. Tons of young folks out in the outfield
having a great
enjoying
time.
themselves.
Did you get lit?
I did.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I hope you did. Designated driver, Uber. How'd you do it?
Huh?
Designated driver, Uber.
Oh, no, I just drove home.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
No, before you blow.
You need to call. You need to call Uber Drinks. Never mind Uber Eats. Uber
I was
Drinks.
fine. No, I was.
Dan doesn't.
I was
drink.
designated driver.
Yeah, he doesn't drink.
Hey, Lee Lockett, that's your boy.
I was designated driver. So anyway,
Hicken will never need Lockett.
Right, but a great game day experience. They do a great job. There's always something going on in between. It's minor league baseball at its best, right? If you love it, it's fun. I sat right over the dugout, $25 a ticket, fine. So good stuff. Food's great. Got different locations. You get whatever you want. I smashed a burger.
Smash burgers are good.
Smash burger?
Yeah,
those are good.
That was good. So really shout out Jumbo Shrimp, Ken Babby. You guys have done a good job over there. Great job. It's a great park.
Yeah, it's fun.
The $31 million renovation's awesome. So I'd been there for Florida State. I've been there a couple times. I went to the opener, so been there a few times this summer.
You gotta throw out that first pitch.
I've done that plenty. Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah,
that 50 Cent.
Yeah,
a few of those.
I have.
I've drilled strikes every time.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have done the. I have mastered the pitch.
Yeah.
Float it.
No, not the pitch itself.
The event.
The style. What you do.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. It's real simple. If you ever throw out the first pitch, you throw out the first pitch. I've been doing this in Jacksonville long enough that I'll get a smattering of booze when I get up there, which is fine. I'll throw my first pitch. Dude will come out, hand me this special baseball that you get. It's great.
Yeah, your commemorative ball for throwing out the pitch.
You're walking off the field.
Oh, yeah, you toss it to a kid.
Yeah, you find a kid, you flip him the ball, everybody's happy.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
I'm keeping my ball.
That Dan Hicken's not so bad.
He's not a jerk.
Sorry, kid. I'm keeping his ball.
Well, he's a little different for you because, and in fairness, too, Hick's probably done it a dozen times.
Yeah.
I've done it half dozen probably back. You got to understand, when you're working local TV
I worked across the street.
Right. We're doing local TV across the street in the long, hot summer. They need us to come over and throw that first pitch.
And now, by the way, they have so many, there were 2 people throwing out the first pitch last night.
Oh, they do corporate, and then they'll get some jags sometimes.
It's good. It's a good thing.
They need to come get your boy.
It's a fun
They
night.
ought to get your
He
boy.
wants to do it.
We can set you up.
I
if you
told him
want.
that, and then I forgot about it since we said that, but we probably could get it. Back to the ABS and the umpires. Here's the only thing with home plate umpires, and it's gotten to the point now because of the technology and everything else that they're on zero tolerance with us. But really, there's 2 unforgivable sins that the really bad ones do, and the problem is there's a bunch of bad ones who do what I'm about to say. All we ask are 2 things.
Okay.
Don't have terrible misses.
Yeah.
Don't call the ball 6 inches outside a strike.
Right.
And be consistent.
Yeah, if you're going to give them the low pitch, then stay with the low pitch.
Don't
the whole
give
game.
Don't give them high and tight, then suddenly it's a ball 2 in a row.
Right.
So that's
Agreed.
all. And there's too many umpires
that do that.
That are either graded incorrectly or are allowed to be mediocre.
Yeah. One other thing, just in a story, I was thinking about this. AAA. So the Mets had a kid last night. His name is Dom Hamill. He started. Last year, he was a sensation. Watch out, this guy's going to the
Is
big.
he a position player or pitcher?
He starting pitcher last night. And obviously, he's been struggling the last year. And it just, the reality, I think, sometimes I think about these kids out there, right? And they're so close. They're in AAA. And we had 2 guys who we've called up who have started games for the Mets who are back down pitching, right? Sean Reed Foley is on the Syracuse Mets.
I know that game. We've been doing that for the last couple of years with all the injuries.
Right. And but some of them, you just get the feeling like this is it. And they're not going to get there. And it's a little bit heartbreaking, quite honestly. As an older person now, like when I was younger, I was like, big deal, you stink,
Next
get him
guy.
out. Who's next? Now I sit there, I think about each kid's story and, his mom and dad and all the sacrifices and taking him to games. And listen, he's had a great experience. But sometimes it's a battle of attrition in baseball. Injuries will get you. They'll get you, man, especially pitchers. They break down. And it's just very select few Murphys, man. That's why it's such an honor to sit next to Daniel here once a week, and then you throw in a 296 batting average and 1,500 hits, and you just, I'm in awe. I don't want to tell him this, but I'm in awe of him when he's here just because he did it.
Oh, it's great baseball talk.
And it's so hard to make it's so hard. Each step is so hard, dude. And I just tipped my cap to that. And I was thinking about the kid, and he got roughed up last night, and he didn't have it, and he lasted only 3 innings, and they had to go get him. And I was thinking, man, a year ago he was headed to the bigs, and now he's struck. Brandon Sproat's down there, the Gator. He's passed him by.
And it seems like as a hitter, it's easier to come back from that. But as a pitcher, I don't know if the facts back this out, but just as a fan, it feels like I can have a hitter who can have a tank year, and in 2 or 3 years he's fine. But if I have a pitcher who suddenly can't get anyone out, it feels like he's done.
Then I'm watching. How about this guy, the first baseman? Or he was DH last night for the Syracuse Mets. Joey Meneses. You know him.
Joey Meneses.
Yeah.
What I do know that name. Well, who is
Joey
that?
Meneses was like he's a kid from Mexico. He got called up to the Nats. He was their first baseman for like 2 or 3 years. He started out really hot.
I don't remember.
No?
Not remembering that.
Well, anyway, yeah. So Joey, but he's got to be in his 30s. He's down in the bushes, as Murph calls it. He's down here in the bushes and trying to work his way back up.
Saw something I wanted to ask Murph. I was reading this column on ESPN about 5 players who are having surprising years, either to the good or to the bad. And one of the 5, there's so many lessons in that. It was a good column. I don't know if you've read it yet. I think it's Doolittle, but it's just like 5 different. Anyway, one of them was Max Muncy, who's lost his power stroke.
Oh, I saw that.
But he was talking about, and Daniel falls into this, so it made me want to say, I want to ask Daniel if he battled this at all. But the point being, if you're a right-hand thrower and a left-hand batter, you're right-hand dominant. Right. So if you're a left-handed batter, you have a tendency to maybe lead with this left hand, lead with your right hand more than you should to stay back on the ball. And like they said that Corey Seager's probably the best about staying balanced through that. And that's what is leading to Muncy's problems right now. So, Daniel being a left-handed batter, right-hand throw, I'm wondering if that if he ever came across that at some
Interesting.
point. Yeah.
But anyway, so a good time last night, and got to watch the Mets. Wasn't that impressed with the Mets.
The Syracuse Mets.
Yeah.
That's
I know we
AAA.
got
when you have a good team, your AAA team's not as good. I've learned that through the years.
I think that's true.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the Marlins squad.
AAA is pretty good, isn't it?
Huh?
The
Shrimp were
pretty
21-6 at one point. Then they lost a few, but they're still pretty good. Yeah. They're good. They
got a bad major and good AAA.
What's great about if you really love baseball and you want to see big leaguers, the Shrimp are up and down. These guys are all up and down.
Yeah.
Anyway, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Mother's Day special. What you got?
$100 Beaches Dermatology gift card plus a Cune's flower floral arrangement. This is all part of the 1010XL Mother's Day gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for more gift ideas. But one lucky person, hit me up 904-641-1010.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I am just a figment of your imagination.
1010XL. 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
This Mother's Day, be direct. Tell Mom she shines without saying a word. At Diamonds Direct, we've curated a meaningful collection of timeless gifts for every budget, from birthstone rings and stackables to diamond pendants, pearls, and stunning earrings. So here's to Mom for her love, her strength, and always putting others first. This year, she deserves a gift that lasts a lifetime, and that's our specialty. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Remember Mom this Mother's Day with a beautiful floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. Max here with 1010XL, and there's no excuse for a last-minute thing when you can simply call Kuhn Flowers or go online to kuhnflowers.com.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Mia here. You know, people typically start and end their day by visiting their closet. So shouldn't that space feel calm, organized, like a little moment of luxury? That's why I chose Closets by Design. They specialize in custom solutions for every lifestyle and budget. Call them this week to schedule your free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus another 15% off and free installation. Don't wait for Mom to do it. Call now at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this weekend at the newly renovated VyStar Ballpark. Join us tonight for fireworks and tomorrow at 6:35 for more fireworks. And Mental Health Awareness Night with free beach hats to the first 2,000 fans through the main gate, courtesy of River Point Behavioral Health and VyStar. Catch on the field and free face painting before the game on Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day at 3:05. JackShrimp.com for tickets.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather starting to turn for the better, look ahead. Get that backyard ready for spring with a new screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are best in the business. If you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguar.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
David here with Royal Pest Services. Man, don't let your yard be torn up by that heavy aeration machine this spring. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to learn more about our granular aeration. Broadcast throughout the tree and shrubs to break up that compacted soil. Visit RoyalPestServices.com.
Moms, they're the greatest. From childhood, they're the ones always looking out for you so you don't forget Mom on Mother's Day. And the place to go for memory-making gift ideas is Golden Diamonds Direct. They're in the Publix Plantation Plaza on Racetrack Road, and they've got a ton of great gift ideas for Mother's Day. Super easy to make Mom smile when she sees what you've picked out. Countless pieces of handcrafted jewelry, plus gift wrapping too. It's all at Golden Diamonds Direct on Racetrack Road in the Publix Plantation Plaza.
Yo, what's happening, folks? ET here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here are your favorite draft support at a frosty 29 degrees. And rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days than it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch? Every day, from lunch to late at night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. And stick around after sunset, where Twin Peaks is open really late, where you can wind down to some bourbon and some late night bites. And tell them DT sent you.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, crank it up.
Where are you on? We've asked about kicking the tires on this player more than any other player who's never played for the Jaguars because he's become available at a position of need 7 times in the last 10 years. But yeah, back to Jadeveon Clowney.
I was shocked when you said he's only 32.
Me too. What?
Yeah.
Like, would you? Okay.
I can remember being in Mobile, Alabama, at the Senior Bowl. Everybody knew Jadeveon Clowney was going to be
because of the hit.
Everybody knew he was going to be the first pick. I think that year, did we have a high pick that year?
I'm sure. Well,
we had to get. All I know is I had to get Jadeveon Clowney. Check out when Jadeveon Clowney got drafted. Tell me where we were picking that year.
We're across the street still, so.
But everybody said we got to. I knew that I had to get.
I think he's a 9-year veteran, so it would have been like 15.
His
like
agent was Tank. What was that? Tank Bus? No. What was that guy's name? Bus.
No.
Bus.
Stop Bus. That's Bus Cook. Is that who
Bus
you're talking-
Cook.
Okay, Bus Cook.
Bus Cook.
Yeah.
Was Favre's agent, right?
Tank was the screwed Freddie and those guys, didn't he? What was that dude's name?
Yeah.
Right? That was Tank something.
Bigsby.
No, not Bigsby.
But anyway.
That's the year we took Blake.
Yeah, it was Blake.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Right. So could we get Jadeveon Clowney? That was because we were third. They took him first. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And so and Bus Cook was there, and I don't think Jadeveon was he was just there making the rounds, and so I had to get an interview.
Was he even a senior? I
don't think so. He came out early, right?
Yeah.
But he was a freak, man. He was kind of reminded me a little bit of Javon Curse, right?
Yeah,
big size.
That's a similar build.
Javon Curse had that great rookie year, though, man. That was
Curse
like
was better
14.
Curse was way better than Clowney.
Yeah, like 14 and a half sacks
his whole career. He's better than Clowney.
Anyway, he was
Javon Curse was his nickname was the Freak, was it not?
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
the Freak.
Absolutely. But anyway, you're right. He changed teams so many times that every year they becomes available. It's like, why?
Let me ask you a question now. Blank slate. Would you rather have Agba or Clowney? Like, if you'd waited 5 days and they announced the sign, which of those two would you rather have? I mean, I got to be honest. I think I'd rather have Clowney.
You would, but he had the same amount of sacks.
I know he did.
And he's had a lot.
I think there's room for both. Is my point. If you can get him 1 year, $5 million, let's add good players.
You know who he is in a way? He is Mario Williams.
Not as good. Mario Williams was an All-Pro.
He was more productive for sure.
How many sacks do you think Jadeveon Clowney has in his career?
All right, how many years? 9?
Yeah.
I don't
50.
50.
Hold on, let me look.
I'd say he's average.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years.
Oh, 11 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mileage, even if he is only 32, did I say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 11 years. Yeah, he's going to have 70 sacks.
58.
Yeah.
How many sacks does Javon Curse have?
A lot more than 50.
90.
Nah, not that many, but I'd say 72.
74.
Oh.
14 and a half, best year, rookie year. 11 and a half, 10. Never hit double digits again.
He got hurt there relatively early.
Yeah. I think, did Mario Williams have more than all those? I think he did.
I bet you Mario Williams is.
I think he's in the 90s.
Pushing 100, yeah.
You think so?
I don't think he got to 100, but I bet he's 88.
Let's look real quick here.
Williams had one like 19 sack year, didn't he? Or something really good? He was the number one pick also, wasn't
97 and a half.
Yeah, 97.
Yep. He was the best one. Yeah. He had 14, 12, 10 and a half, 13, 14 and a half, and those were his 5 best
Now, the
years.
difference in these 3 players is 2 of them were number 1 overall picks. Mario Williams, obviously, a much better number 1 overall pick than Clowney.
Yeah, but Curse was still...
He was a high pick, sure. But I'm just thinking, because I think of that because we have an edge rusher number 1 pick, and I'm wondering in my mind what his career sack total is, and I'm going to say, wouldn't you put the over-under now on Trayvon Walker at 100?
Well, it's wear and tear, but I'd put it closer to 100 than 58 for sure, yeah.
Mario, I think, Mario also benefited from having J.J. Watt on the other side of him.
point.
The other two didn't have that.
How long did he have J.J. Watt? Did he really have J.J. Watt much?
Mario?
I'm not sure how much Mario Williams and J.J. Watt overlapped, to be honest.
Mario 06 to 11 with Houston. He played 6 seasons.
Yeah, J.J. Watt was an 11 draft pick, wasn't he? So
J.J. Watt was the Gabbert draft.
2011 or 12.
Yeah,
so
you might be right.
Oh, wow. So
they didn't play together.
Yeah. Yeah. Might be right. But yeah, so anyway, to answer your question, I would always look at Jadeveon Clowney, but yeah, I don't think there's much.
Well, I say this because I read an article, a column on ESPN that was identifying one hole still left for each team. Like some teams have more, some teams' holes are bigger.
Right.
The one thing I will say about what they've done this offseason, it doesn't feel like there's a big, huge gaping hole anywhere. There are still there's if you could so if you could add a player at a position right now, what would it be?
Right.
What would it be for
what
you?
would I be?
Yeah, well, you could add. It could be,
Well, who? I mean, again, am I adding an all-pro?
No, it's a hole. You're just adding a guy. It can either be
we got guys everywhere.
Probably a depth.
We're good with the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we got guys,
but you are. If you could add depth at a position, be it not all pro. These guys that are available. Somebody you could get.
One thing I gleaned from the old man is, and I'm saying TC is, you never have enough pass rushers.
Yeah.
So I might go for another.
Rush in. One more rush. Yeah. And so that's what Clowney, that's why I'm saying. And I bet you, because the Panthers are on the hook with Clowney. They were trying to trade him. So if you do sign Clowney, I bet you get a big salary, bonus advantage out of that.
All right. We're going to play a little game here.
Okay.
Between you and E.
I like games.
This is called Best Quarterback Ever. I'm going to give you a team. You tell me the best quarterback ever.
Oh, I got this.
Okay. I'm going to go to Buffalo Bills for you, E. That's what you've drawn. The Buffalo.
Best quarterback ever?
Correct.
I mean, the consensus would probably say Jim Kelly. I'm going to say Josh Allen.
Okay, that's fair, but the consensus is correct. So good answer by you. Jim Kelly at this point, but I suspect that Josh Allen will replace him.
I mean, these are semantics. Josh Allen is better than Jim Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
League MVP.
Jim Kelly went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
If he needs if Josh Allen needs to play another 6 years to accumulate the stats but the 4 Super Bowls is fair. That's a big advantage of one over the other.
I'm going to go to the Arizona Cardinals for you, Jeff.
The best quarterback all time for the Arizona Cardinals. Well, the E answer, and I'm not being disingenuous there, is a guy that he might not know. The answer is Jim Hart. But I think the real answer is there's one guy took him to a daggum Super Bowl, and that's Kurt Warner. He's a Hall of Famer, so I'm going Kurt Warner. That's
correct.
All right, it could be Jim Hart.
No, it couldn't. It's Kurt Warner.
All right,
who also, by the way, is the best quarterback ever for the Rams franchise. So he wins 2.
Roman Gabriel?
Yeah, well, they have.
Rams have had some quarterbacks. That was a little better.
Who's the best quarterback ever for the Detroit Lions, who've been around forever?
Ooh, all right. Let's see here. Immediately what comes to mind is Matt Stafford.
We'll stop right there.
Okay.
He takes the lead 2-1. Jeff, who's the best quarterback?
He's asking me harder ones, I say. I'm kidding. Which is fair. It's just a handicap. He's playing the white, I'll play the blue teams.
What do you mean?
That's okay. That's fair.
Harder? Are they harder?
Let's just go. I know.
Who's the best quarterback ever for the Denver Broncos, Jeff?
No, give me a different one.
The Washington Commanders.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one because the Commanders had all that success and always with some different journeyman.
Yeah.
So it's really of those guys,
4 different guys, right?
And of those guys, the guy who was the most prolific in his year was Rippon. But I'm not going to give you that answer. I think this could be an L, man.
Yeah.
This could be an L because I think he probably comes from the 60s, and I'm not just real well versed. I think I speak too much on the tradition than the actual numbers, but I know what Redskin would say because this guy translates beyond what he did on the field. He's he was Mr. Redskin, and an announcer. So I'm going to take the safe out. Mark Brunell. No, I'm kidding. Heisman too. I mean, that's a hard one, man.
Yeah.
I just don't know how good he was, or if he was just a caricature.
I need an answer.
Sonny Jurgensen.
Great answer. It's incorrect. According to this list.
Theismann.
Yeah. Joe Theismann. Which I think is also wrong.
Is Jurgensen the answer?
No, it's
Doug Jones.
No, I'm saying, would you say Sonny Jurgensen? No.
I'd say Sammy Baugh. Slinging Sammy
Way
Baugh.
back, yeah.
But if you're not going to,
Was Sonny Jurgensen a prolific quarterback numbers-wise, or he was just
He was for that day, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I should have gone Theismann. That's what I thought it was. He won a Super Bowl. I forgot that. 2 of them.
Who are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' greatest
That was
quarterback?
terrible, by the way.
The Tampa Bay Bucks?
Yeah, Tampa Bay Bucks.
I mean, The great one played for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he brought a Super Bowl championship to them.
Yeah.
But also, who was the quarterback whenever Gruden? Was it Sean King? No, I'm going Tom Brady, man.
Yeah, if you start mentioning those two in the same breath, I might have to come in there and hit you.
I was just questioning myself.
It wasn't Sean King. It was Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson, okay.
Tom Brady, of course, on two different teams.
Yeah.
Jeff, who's the greatest quarterback ever?
I'd miss my team.
For the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think mine is hard. Oh, that's an easy one, isn't it? Brunell.
Yeah.
That's a little. That's not good. It is Brunell.
Well, listen, there are a lot of positions on the Jaguars that you could say that about.
Well, our guy needs to take this over soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're 4 years in.
I get it.
Okay. Get him on the phone, E.
Which one?
Trevor.
All right, cool. Well.
Tell him right now, Trevor, it's Hicken. Listen, this list right here says Brunell. That's got to change now.
Don't call the one in Orlando either.
No. Calling Trevor Lawrence. Hang on, guys.
Reach the number of get the hell out of here.
He won't answer. He never does.
Dodges.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to answer.
He's not going to answer.
Dang it. Why is he so gutless?
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, Trev. Be that way. A couple more and we'll move on. Who's the greatest?
By the way, Trevor this year will become the second most prolific quarterback in Jaguars history.
I'll try and pull a couple tougher ones.
I'll give him my team. That's a hard one. I wonder what he's going to say.
Your team?
Yeah, that's a really, well, maybe it's not. No, it's not. It's not hard.
Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, it's Matt Ryan. Never mind. But I got news for you. Vic and Bartkowski, those are...
Settle down on Peachtree Bart.
Yeah.
The hell with Bartkowski.
He's the best. That guy. Right now,
how about the Raiders, E?
He's killing something.
The Raiders.
Yeah, how about the Raiders?
All right, a lot of tradition there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
What comes to mind is Rich Gannon.
Okay. I'm going to slide this one by, oldie.
Maybe.
The Trent Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gone. It's too before his time. He ain't gonna get it.
No, he ain't getting it.
He's not. It's not on his radar.
Yeah, it's not.
It's Ken Stabler.
Ken Stabler.
Ken Stabler. Yeah, I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah. All right, good. I like that. Now let's see if we can get Jeff on one. We'll wrap it up with. These are all pretty obvious, man.
Tank Black was the.
That's right. Thank you.
Agent with those Gator players.
Golly. Wow. All right. I'll try and slide this one by Jeff. What about Cleveland? The Cleveland Browns. A lot of quarterbacks up there.
A lot of them.
It's not Johnny Manziel, Jeff.
It's Otto Graham, no?
It's Otto Graham.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
After him, though, I mean, you almost don't want to. We're so old with those guys. It's probably, is it Kosar?
I just got one.
I know, but if you're going outside, like in our opinion, right? I mean, Otto Graham.
Bradshaw Steelers, Montana Niners, Russell Seahawks.
Hey, but hold on. By the way, this sounds like we're going to go with whoever won the Super Bowl or whoever had this. Well, I think you could argue that Ben Roethlisberger is better than Terry Bradshaw.
That's a good one.
That is a good argument.
I mean, he won Super Bowls. He was way better statistically.
Yep.
So
that's fair.
Just to go to Terry Bradshaw, who had years where he completed 48% of his passes.
Different game then, too.
But he also had Stallworth and Swan. Give Ben those dudes.
Yeah. He had Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Jets is Joe Willie.
Still.
Phillip Rivers with the Chargers. Mahomes with Kansas City.
By the way,
with Green Bay.
You mentioned Brunell. Still. Imagine Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Namath's 1969.
Eagles, Donovan McNabb.
I think it's Hurts.
It might be, but they probably want him to write a few more chapters.
I don't know how many he has to. He's got how many years did McNabb play for the Eagles? 8 or 9? I mean, Hurts is there now 4 or 5 years, 2 Super Bowls, 1. This guy's list sucks. Whoever this guy is,
I disagree.
I don't like him.
I think it's a pretty good list. We'll take a break. We got more 8 o'clock hour. Denny's in the house. That's next on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Turn your afternoon into an adventure with Hayes Carline.
Who am I kidding? I'm not some adventurer.
Weekdays on The Franchi Show.
I'm not actually brave.
On 1010XL.
You're cuter than I thought.
Fantastic news here. Due to overwhelming response, Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beard's most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beard's locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve, highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beard's Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beard's Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beard's already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beard's Diamonds.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of this concierge medicine with my Doc T, Dr. Rick Townsend. You guys are going to love it. Look, here's how it works. You know what? He sits down. I had my yearly physical, and spent some time with me. Talked about what he would like to see, what we got to work on, what this, what that. Then he gets the results from the blood work, calls me personally, goes over it with me. It's great. It's a great feeling. And you can have that feeling as well. Listen, I've been going to him for a long time. With this concierge medicine, you're not feeling well, you go see him, right? You need a prescription filled that gets filled right away. Medical emergency, you get his personal phone number. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. You can get all your answers, by the way, all the pricing at mypvconcierge.com. It's easy to do. He's a great doctor. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. Like I said, I've been going to him for years. So yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, Doc T's got you covered. MyPVConcierge.com has all the answers. Just check it out. MyPVConcierge.com.
1010XL Draft Profiles are brought to you by River City Screens.
The Teal and Black looked to make a statement in round one of the draft, and they wouldn't disappoint as he traded up to secure the number 2 pick, selecting Travis Hunter of Colorado, a two-way star unlike anything the NFL has seen in the modern era, viewed as both the best corner and receiver in the draft class. James Gladstone has excited the squad and fan base with this selection, feeling that Hunter won't only alter the team, but the entire sport as we know it.
Get tips from PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser. Tuesday morning at 8:30. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
Yo, what's happening, folks? ET here, and it's time to make those summer break plans. And Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctor's Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River, there's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventure starts here with Visit Explore Clay. So head over to exploreclay.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks the vehicle's less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Get ready. Welcome to Rockville is gearing up to take over the Daytona International Speedway from May 15th to 18th with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival is finally here. May 15th to the 18th in Daytona Beach. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. Select passes on sale now at welcometorockville.com.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Kuhn Flowers. Travis Hunter and the rest of the Jags draftees make their debut tomorrow when the team starts their rookie mini camp down at the Miller Electric Center. Practice is set to kick off at 1:25 and tickets for this event have officially been sold out. The JU Dolphins hit the road for a critical A-Sun matchup this weekend after suffering a tough midweek loss to the FSU Seminoles. The Dolphins will look to rebound against in-state rival the Stetson Hatters. First pitch will be tonight in DeLand at 6:30. The second-ranked FSU Seminoles also on the road over in the West Coast, taking on the California Golden Bears for their final road series of the regular season, hoping to continue their winning streak. Starting on the mound tonight for the Seminoles will be left-handed pitcher Jamie Arnold. First game is tonight, first pitch at 9. It's 73 degrees at 8:08. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Give us that boom boom. Time to talk to the whisperer.
I love talking to the
He's allowed to
whisperer.
speak up if he wants to. He doesn't have to
great.
whisper.
That's great. I'd rarely, if ever, whisper.
Yeah, you don't whisper.
Little known fact.
Have you ever whispered?
I don't think so. No, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, you wouldn't whisper.
It seems to have caught on, so we'll let it run for a little while.
What's going on, Denny Thompson?
Who's the better quarterback, Denny? At this point, if the careers ended today, who had the better career, Jalen Hurts or Donovan McNabb?
Jalen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Donovan McNabb, I mean, he's good, but
Donovan McNabb.
Jalen is way under respected.
I think Donovan McNabb is another one of those guys who, unfortunately, they didn't hit in their time. Donovan McNabb had come along with his skill set with the way they treat spread quarterbacks today would have been a even bigger star.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They didn't want to let him do it back then.
But Jalen's one of those guys that like everybody holds onto his flaws and don't realize how good his like that whole tush push thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because of his thighs. As
No
much as the push.
question. And I mean, that has been such a weapon.
Yeah.
If that was literally anything else, he would be getting praised.
I think you described one of your best descriptions ever of a quarterback was with Jalen Hurts, and I can't exactly remember what you said, but we were talking about him before he won the Super Bowl, and it was like he's the kind of quarterback that if they lose 3 or 4 in a row, they want to replace him.
Yep.
They always and it's
there's
unfair.
no sizzle to him.
Yeah.
But there's substance. There's so
man,
much
he's good,
substance in him.
man.
Yeah, and they've done a good job surrounding him.
And even in the Super Bowl, he won me over in the Super Bowl that they lost.
The runs.
No, he threw a couple balls that I thought, my God, like a couple outs that were just dead on, man.
If he don't fumble in that first Super Bowl, we're like having a conversation of Hall of Fame right now.
Right.
Because you get 2 rings.
Who would have said he was going to be better than Tua in the NFL when they both were like Tua took his job?
Sure. Tua was a top 10 pick, and Hurts was a project. You raised your eyebrows when he went in round 2.
You never were
That's
sold
true.
on Hurts.
No, not as a thrower.
Yeah, and
as a
he
guy and as a leader. But
he has gotten better and better.
Now, let's don't forget who the Eagles had when they took Hurts in round 2, which made it even more eyebrow raising that he was a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
They had Carson Wentz in his prime.
Yeah.
And they went and drafted, well, I say in his prime, he may have been injured already, but they went and drafted, and then that whole thing is what led Peterson to, what ultimately became kind of a character trait.
Y'all just said something interesting because I still don't think he's a great thrower.
Right.
But they have done a good job of finding out what he is good at, and that's what they do.
And they gave him great receivers.
So it's like maybe we should stop looking at some of these quarterbacks that have these skill sets and start looking at the coaches and going, hey, why don't you do more of their skill sets?
I do think that Hurts, I think he was like a 70% guy last year.
Oh, yeah.
So but that speaks to your point.
Yeah.
They got those 2 great receivers, man. And I'd say they did it right. They put their look at this. I mean, how can Hurts not be good? He's got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley.
Right. Yeah, and top 5 tight ends?
Yeah, Goddard's top 5.
Arguably top 3 offensive line. The last
MVP of the Eagles is Roseman, man. What a team he's built. By the way,
exactly.
All of those players, we haven't gotten to these dominant lines of scrimmage he's built.
Yep.
Both sides just slays every draft pick.
I'm also going to give a shout out to Dave Caldwell.
Oh, he's up there as a part of it for the last couple of years, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you guys, the Eagle, I mean, again, this isn't take a genius here, but the Eagles weren't the story in the NFL and the NFC all last year.
No.
It was the Vikings and the Lions and all these teams, and there the Eagles were, right. Even last year, early in the year, they wanted to fire Sirianni.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Even the year before, it was like gone.
Going into this year, though, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You need to show that to the ones that haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Going into this year, hey,
we just did it.
When we make our picks this year, are you not going to pick the Eagles to win the NFC? It's going to be awful hard. I mean, I know the only reason you wouldn't, in fairness, the only reason you wouldn't is because teams don't go back-to-back years.
Yeah.
But
common sense-wise,
I mean, to me, like, it's especially watching what they did and the way they did it.
Right. Yep.
They're the number 1 team in the. I mean, by the way, that's also the big bad wolf that they just bashed the teeth in.
Yeah.
That was the Chiefs they beat. They didn't get slide through on some year where.
And they hammered them.
And they hammered them.
Hey, most fun I've ever had at a football game is in Philly.
Which one?
NFC Championship.
Okay.
Philly 49ers a couple years ago when Gardner was there and Brock got hurt.
Brock got hurt.
That is as much of an SEC type of atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
as you get in the NFL.
Those Philly fans are
absolute
mean.
Blast. Yes, blast. You just go in knowing that though.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd be wearing Niner gear going in there though.
No, I was in G seats.
Yeah.
So no, I wasn't.
One of my sons was in Philadelphia for a couple of weeks, and they went to a couple Phillies games.
Yeah.
I said, "You weren't Brave stuff, did you?"
No.
They actually bought wasn't a Phillies hat, but a Philadelphia hat, like one of the golf courses.
Right.
Yeah. Friendly fire here, boys.
yeah.
It's fun.
I saw that Graham Mertz signed a deal.
Yeah, he got drafted, right?
Yeah. 6th-round pick. Tell me what you'd think of. I don't envision him as an NFL quarterback, but is he a NFL backup quarterback?
Is there Poor man's Purdy there?
He got a 4-year.
Are there some similarities between those two? I guess is the better question.
Yeah.
4-year, $5 million. I mean,
But it's only if they keep him.
Well, I'm wondering if
You can cut him at any time.
Who
That
drafted him?
contract is, yeah.
I'm wondering, though, is that we're signing him to this deal, this length, with the intention of you're going to be our third quarterback.
Yeah, possibly.
You might be on the practice squad. You might. But
who's their backup? Hey, McCarron. I mean, who do they even
Davis
have?
Mills, right?
Yeah, Davis Mills.
Still Davis.
I would say Davis Mills.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the long-term plan for him. But this practice squad thing, third quarterback thing, it really doesn't matter, that contract. Because the minute you get put on the practice squad, you're on a practice squad contract.
Fair enough.
The thing with a guy like that and the depth of quarterback in the NFL is you can hide him on the practice squad for a year or two.
Okay.
More than likely, nobody's going to come snag him because there's a lot of good practice squad guys. And let him develop and see. So it's a low risk. I think more and more teams should be taking these quarterbacks in the 6th and 7th round. The run on quarterbacks happens in the UDFA market. And then that's basically recruiting. Well, if you just pick them, they don't have a choice.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah, they have C.J. Stroud, Davis Mills, Graham Mertz, and Keaton Slovis.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They took Slovis last year.
Did they?
Yeah, I want to say, I think they took Slovis in like the 4th or 5th round last year.
Oh, really?
Could be dead wrong about that.
Could be.
Too.
No, free agent.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The Jaguars are going to be always in the market until they find him for the young backup quarterback to Trevor Lawrence that you feel comfortable enough that you don't have to keep a third quarterback or a veteran on the roster. And so this year, the guy who will get that opportunity, in addition to Johnny Wolford, is Seth Hennigan, a quarterback that they signed in undrafted free agency out of Memphis. 6'3", 215 pounds. I mean, I was aware of him there. I think last year he had a pretty good year, 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 6 picks. But in fairness, at the college game, that's a dime a dozen. There's 50 guys in college football that had similar years. Tell us what you know about Hennigan. Have you come across him? And is this just a roster spot, training camp, competition bound for the practice squad, or could there be a long-term future?
Yeah, I think there could be. He's got something to him, for sure. I know the people that work with him pretty closely. Apparently, from what I've been told, very smart guy, good football guy, good locker room guy, and then talented. He's got a good engine, can throw the ball, make every throw. The problem is,
I have a good engine, too.
When you talk about John Wolford, that's one of the smartest human beings
Johnny
in the
boy.
NFL.
Yeah.
Like that guy, whether he gets on the field or not,
does Johnny work?
He's probably going to have a spot. Yeah. It's probably going to have a spot wherever he wants to have a spot, just because of what's between his ears and what he does in that quarterback room. So you have to match that, right? And then you have to be.
Sounds like he's got the intangibly rich part, right? Maybe that's why he was a Ram for a while,
right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
What do you guys? I'll get your opinion.
Okay.
I got this tweet in. NFL Power Rankings have the Jags at 25. Behind teams led by quarterbacks like Drake May, Anthony Richardson, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy. If Trevor can't get us back into the playoff picture this year, we may need to move on. NFL teams don't get better. They get better quarterbacks. See the Commanders.
Yeah. Well, and the Jags, in fairness, when the Jags drafted Trevor Lawrence, they got a better quarterback, and they've been much better than they were before Trevor got here. The second thing that I would say about that list, there is no list. Saying those teams are ahead and saying those are quarterbacks you'd rather have is a different conversation.
Right.
So if you're telling me you'd rather have Anthony Richardson than Trevor Lawrence, or you'd rather have Drake May than Trevor Lawrence?
No, I think he's saying, look, the ultimate thing here is winning. And
sure.
The quarterback should boost you up to pass 100%. Those teams.
Yeah.
I mean, 25th, it sounds fair.
Yeah. It does sound fair.
It sounds fair to me.
But it needs to be better than that. I think we all think
I
that.
think
there's
that,
no
I
way.
guess
no matter what Trevor does.
I don't think that 25th, though, is because of Trevor Lawrence. I don't think that's why they're 25th.
Agreed.
He could be a big reason why they go forward from here.
Yeah.
And that will
Although we can't really put our finger on why they've been so that bad.
Right.
But it's not
100%.
that. It's not that.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. I'm with you.
And great news. We finally know, just not a quarterback news, but Abdul Carter, we have a number, 51.
They just combine all the numbers you wanted.
It's not 11. 51. Although the family of Dick Butkus in Chicago's angry.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He didn't play for the Giants, but that's what I hear.
Dick Butkus on line 4.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, man, Danny, I'm a little disappointed in your matchmaking skills. I mean, you got Caleb down there at F1 hanging out with 3 models.
I saw that.
You got Carson currently without girlfriend. You couldn't hook him up? Send him over there, the 2 of them, huh? Come on,
safe places
do a little
anymore.
management.
Although I did see
no safe places, he says.
Speaking of young quarterbacks, also Jaden Daniels with his mommy in the car. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
I saw the stuff about
and
Caleb.
his date.
Yeah.
Mommy and his date.
Oh, well,
Maybe
there you
not
go.
awesome. Maybe we don't want mommy along with
I
us.
mean, He loves mom.
Each his own. I
We all
guess.
love
It's
mom.
Mother's Day.
We can love mom on Sunday.
Yeah, well, that's true.
On Friday night, maybe we love our friend.
One thing I don't get involved with is that.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from all of that.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I got one college football quarterbacking question. Where exactly are we on Gunnar Stockton? Who is he?
That's a great
can he
question.
be Stetson Bennett, or is he not? Or like Georgia had that, and I think it was still with Kirby. Remember when they had that, or maybe it was Rick. I don't know, but maybe with Kirby, they had that one period there for 2 or 3 years where the quarterbacking was so awful. Remember they come to Florida, the Florida game at some fourth string.
That was Rick. Fatama, Bata.
Balta.
Yeah.
But even who was Kirby's first quarterback? Was it Fromm?
It was Fromm.
Yeah. So he's had decent quarterbacks.
They've had good quarterbacks, but they haven't actually recruited quarterbacks well.
They just got one, right?
Yeah,
What
well,
about
you
this
think
kid
about, well, they keep doing that. They do that every year.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You think about, like, they had Fromm, and then they had this series of, like, what was it, Jamie Newman, the kid from USC with the mustache.
Yeah, Daniel.
He went to
Daniels.
Rice.
JT Daniels. And then there was some other kid that transferred to Temple.
DeJuan Mathis.
Very
nice.
And then
He then started a Gator game too, by the way. DeJuan Mathis. Yeah.
By the way, Stetson Bennett, I mean, he was a walk-on. so he kind of
they fell into him like Stockton.
Right, like, so you didn't really recruit him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then you've got him, and then you've got Carson. But remember, in between that, you also had the 5-star kid who went to Kentucky last year, Vandegrift, that they missed on, right? So it's just been an interesting kind of dynamic. I think they have 3 good ones now. And to answer the question on Gunnar, I don't know the answer because he does have all those things. I think calling him Stetson Bennett is that's pretty high. That guy won 2 natties.
Yeah.
Right? Like, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Better than we give him credit for. But I think he's a good player. He just hasn't. He's played a game and a half.
I like to run through these Georgia quarterbacks because they're some great, interesting, like Quincy Carter.
Yeah.
Right?
Good
He was
player.
very ballyhooed, right?
Yeah.
David Green.
Yeah.
Good
player.
Good college quarterback. Great college.
Yep.
DJ Shockley.
David Green left as the SEC's all-time leader.
Yeah. Shockley was good.
Joe Tereshenski, maybe not so much. Big Joe. Stafford was pretty good.
He was all right.
Yeah. Well, they didn't win with Stafford, right?
And this is all rigged.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm back. I started at 99 here.
Yeah.
Joe Cox.
Oh, yeah.
Whose name came up recently with the
Kirby's going to
I
his
can't remember.
13th year.
Aaron Murray.
Yeah.
Hudson Mason, Grayson Lambert, Fatan Bada. Then they got Jacob Eason.
There's that year.
That was
you
where
were talking about a second ago.
Yeah.
There. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's a weird run.
And then the guys we mentioned, Fromm, Mathis, Stetson Bennett, JT Daniels. But that Kirby's guys there were not, you're right, they weren't. Now, Carson was a big get recruiting wise, right?
But he was the lowest rated guy in that room, not named Stetson.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just been a weird, And they've been good at the quarterback position.
Right.
It's just been not the people that
I think
you originally
one
thought it
reason
would be.
as all these preseason polls come out that we're seeing neither Alabama nor Georgia in most top 5s is because of the uncertainty at quarterback. What's the deal at Bama? Which of those kids wins that job? And who are
the freshmen they got?
Was that
really
Simpson
good.
and who's the Russ?
The Russell,
I was reading earlier.
Keelan Russell or something like that.
Ty Simpson is predicted to take the job. Is that what we think?
Yeah, he'll take the job, and I think he's a good player. He can throw it. But
he brought the kid from Washington too, right?
But that freshman they've got
a freshman.
They've got a freshman who won Elite 11 last year.
Okay,
who was a really good football player. Okay. So if you're Ty Simpson and you win that job, you better perform. Yeah, you better perform.
Okay. I have one more college question because there's a team that I don't like, and I know they put a lot of talent into the NFL coming off of last year. They don't have a tough schedule, but usually when a coach like Kiffin gets his team to a certain level, he gets the grace of the following preseason predictions of staying there. So Ole Miss being unranked in some, from 20 to 25 in others. They obviously they lost Jackson Dart, but a lot of people are high on Simmons and it's got to prove it still. Is Ole Miss's quarterback situation dire enough that they should be considered an unranked football team?
No.
What do you think of the Simmons kid?
No, he's a good player. And
super young.
He went in the Georgia game last year and ran a drive for a touchdown that looked like a veteran guy.
Perfect drive.
And he can throw it.
Perfect drive. He's committed
He's
to
an
Florida.
athlete.
He was committed to Florida.
He's a Florida kid.
I don't mean to just like obsess here over this Ole Miss thing, but what am I missing on Ole Miss that they're like considered 12th in the SEC.
Well, I
or
don't
11th.
think they did.
Who'd they lose? Everybody else?
I guess.
Defensively.
I would like to.
Walter Nolan.
I'd like to hope though that Kiffin has been putting. It gets to your program
he
to
hits
a
the
point
portal.
where
He hits the portal.
Yeah, where you don't.
But they
miss
haven't.
them. Yeah,
But
no.
that's the thing.
That's
They did
why.
this year?
Yeah, they really didn't.
That's why they're not ranked. I
Right.
get it, but I guess my point is, with Lane Kiffin's offensive mind and a quarterback like Simmons, aren't they? They're
Right.
a 9 or 10 win team, aren't they?
That combination alone, how
Yeah.
talented of a play caller he is,
Sure.
absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to play Ole Miss with Lane Kiffin there offensively. I mean, he dials it up as well as anybody. In
Man,
the country.
we get so excited about DJ Lagway, and Hicken uses this point a lot, and it's a fair one when commending Billy Napier and not making it all a DJ Lagway story. But when you consider the success at the end of the year, what that Gator defense did to what are two really good quarterbacks, Jackson Dart and Nussmeier.
Yeah.
I mean, Dart just went in the second round. Nussmeier is going to be projected as a first-round pick, and what they did against those two quarterbacks is as important carrying over into a new year as it is as DJ Lagway's development.
Without question.
Yeah.
And I had this thought the other day about DJ actually just randomly. Is when you get a guy like that and he gets early play time and you get to see what he's good at, and then you have a whole off season to go, okay, within our offense now,
Right.
we can do this, and this.
Right.
This thing should look really good.
I will say one thing about Lagway that was not what I thought. He's not the runner that I thought.
No.
Even the power, like we said, okay, he's not going to be Lamar, but he's going to be a power runner. And maybe he will. He got injured, so we may not have got to see that. But not many plays with his legs last year. Now, granted, he hurt that hamstring, and that probably
I
kept
think you
him
got to
from
wait
doing it.
on that to see.
Well, I guess it's still wait and see.
But he's not going to be
the
your-
dynamic two-sport athlete we didn't see. We saw a great pocket passing quarterback.
Well, he's not
he
a 4-4 guy.
Right. Well,
and that's what you were saying.
He was better moving in the pocket and staying alive, and the arm strength of flipping it down. He's not real quick just to boom, take off up the middle.
Yeah, you can be
Like
a hell of
Ant
an
would
athlete
be,
and not
yeah.
run a 4.4, and I think he fits that bill. Like
Right.
he's just very talented, but he's not a scorcher.
If Castellanos gets injured in the first quarter of the first game, who's the FSU quarterback?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. It's not just that it's uncertain about Castellanos, but who else do they have?
Well, here the room though. I don't know much about Brock Glenn, but they've got a young kid, Kevin Sperry, who's really good, really good.
He was
They love
pretty
him.
good recruit. Wasn't he?
Yeah, love him. And then we actually trained Kevin too, but we trained a guy that just transferred in there named Jalen King.
Okay.
Do you remember Jalen King? He was a Charlton County kid.
Yeah, you told me about.
Yeah,
yes.
went to Gardner Webb and then went to East Tennessee or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Talented. Now raw, but very, very, very talented. So there's a little bit of depth in that room, and I think the future of it looks good. I don't know what nobody knows what Gus is going to do. Like, what offense are they coming out in? They shut practice down. They weren't able to have the spring game because of what happened in Tallahassee. So I don't think anybody knows what offense they're actually going to run, and I think that's a benefit for them.
All right. Good stuff, Denny. Appreciate it.
One more thing, Denny, before you run. I'm reading this now as it happens. There are reports that, and I want to get your thoughts. You're a part of the college game. You've been on plenty of practice fields. Have you been to North Carolina lately?
Have not.
I hear that our girl Jordan Hudson has been banned from the facility.
His girlfriend?
Yes.
Who banned her? He banned her?
Not him.
From the North Carolina facility?
Citing multiple UNC sources, Pablo Torre on his latest episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out says the decision was made by members of the university's administration in the wake of Belly's viral interview with CBS Sunday Morning.
Yeah, if this is true, the North Carolina's going to be looking for a new football coach.
I was going to say, is he not going to coach a game?
Yeah, he's going to say, I'm leaving this.
She is no longer allowed in the football building. She's not allowed on the football field. Don't think you'll hear much from Jordan moving forward.
I don't believe that Belichick is going to allow North Carolina to tell him who can and can't be in his football building.
Unless he just let him break up for him.
But yeah, right. Hey,
does that mean like the practice facility and all that? Like she can come to the games and stuff, but
she can go to the games.
she don't need to be at the practice
No,
facility.
she shouldn't be anyway. That's the point.
Like, listen, I'm really tired of her.
10 million.
You could just kick her out of the facility. And,
save me. I don't know how to tell her.
Yeah. All right, that's the quarterback.
Thanks,
Guys. All right.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
And the winner is?
Boy, this is going to be dynamite.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes.
The winner is?
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I got a game changer for you, right? I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. I'm talking floor coatings. I'm talking patios. I'm talking driveways, certainly garages, pool decks, and more, right? Stronger than epoxy. There's nothing like, look, I got our guy Brendan. Great guy. He's the owner of Checkmate Coatings, Jacksonville kid, Bishop Kenny grad. Our true Jacksonville crew keeps prices low. We got no massive overhead. It's Checkmate Coatings. It's the place to go. Check them out. You'll be glad you did. Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. You get all your information. Checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
This Mother's Day, be direct. Tell mom she shines without saying a word. At Diamonds Direct, we've curated a meaningful collection of timeless gifts for every budget, from birthstone rings and stackables to diamond pendants, pearls, and stunning earrings. So here's to mom for her love, her strength, and always putting others first. This year, she deserves a gift that lasts a lifetime, and that's our specialty. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third at 60% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires May 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could visit.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
The PGA Championship is known for testing a golfer's all-around game.
It's a very difficult putt to read.
Hear updates and coverage of the PGA Championship, teed up by TopDressing.com and St. John's Middle School Athletic Association.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Mother's Day is coming, so come to Jacksonville Flower Market and pick the perfect bouquet for the special mom in your life. They even customize the bouquet so it's exactly what she wants. Mention 1010XL and get 15% off. Jacksonville Flower Market off Beach and Southside.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Hanging out here on the drill. It's Friday.
E.T., when Tyrese Halliburton hit that three-point jumper to win the game the other day, I noticed it when he did it. Did you notice the little celebration dance that he did there? Did you
noticed
notice
it immediately.
And I knew exactly what he was doing. I'm like, man, you can't do that, bro.
You can't.
What'd he do?
He did this one.
He did Jimmy Gladstone.
Like he needed a bench when he got to the post game, a little stool for him in the post game. And so the NBA also noticed and said, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that."
Oh,
boss.
they got him.
Yeah, they got him. They didn't find him, but they warned him.
They didn't find him.
I mean, a guy in Major League did that.
Yeah, well, we're not doing that. Okay. This is our premier showcase for our league, and yeah. And by the way, listen, Draymond, with all due respect, yes, you are. That is you.
Oh, dear.
I mean, the guy got a technical last night. That's 5. And then he's curious why he got the technical. Well, here's why, boss. You elbowed the dude in the face, and then you stood over the referee and you MF'd him up and down the courts. So, yeah, you are that guy. They're drawn to you because of how you're acting.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about the angry and all this. That's just being silly, using cliches. Mm-hmm. You are, though. Your technicals are earned, Draymond.
Yes.
Right? Did we disagree there?
No.
Like, those technicals by Draymond are usually earned. In fact, I think he gets, because he's so toes the line so much, I think he probably gets a little grace. He could get more techs than he gets over the course of a year.
I got a basketball question.
He should have been yelling at Jimmy Butler for, I don't know why that guy suddenly, just goes into a shell every now and then, but he did last night.
1985, Villanova won the national championship, right? 2016 national championship, 2018. Should they be allowed to hang a banner? 2025 Pope College of Cardinals.
I don't think that belongs in the basketball arena.
Okay,
so no
banner for the Pope.
No, I don't think the Pope gets a banner. What's next? We're gonna start giving them to.
Do you think there's any good divine intervention, any good karma working for my Knicks?
No,
with the naming of the Pope
because it's documented that the Pope's favorite player was Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, he sounds like he could be one of the Cardinals. He's the Italian guy. You booted him. You kept everyone. You booted the Italian.
How do you know Jalen's not Catholic?
I said Italian. I didn't say Catholic.
Oh, okay.
I assume they could. I mean, it might all be Catholic going to Villanova.
Okay.
It's interesting. First American Pope, and it makes sense because and it was always thought there would not be an American Pope because of the language.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy apparently speaks Italian and Spanish with no accent.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first time, we care who the Pope's sports fan interests are. We have an American sports fan for the first time as a Pope also. But Villanova grad. Did you see lots of A+ Pope memes going around yesterday?
They're terrific.
Did you see the one though? It had Brunson. It had the 3 there on their side, and then DiVincenzo on the other. But they added the Pope, so now he's got a little bit of help.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Very good stuff, and congratulations to the Pope.
If hockey were as, big.
By the way, in the crowd, more good karma, in the crowd in Rome at the Vatican, when they're announcing, one hat stood out more than any other.
A Knicks hat?
Big blue Mets hat. And I was very excited about it.
All kinds of stuff you're looking for.
That's some good juice.
If hockey were followed and reviewed and talked about as much as some of the other major sports, we'd have a big controversy today, because what happened in the Vegas-Edmonton game is just unacceptable.
We had a miss.
Oh, my gosh. So they're in overtime, and the Edmonton player, I guess it's even got a name, the kind of dirty, tripping play that he did, and he did it right in front of the the ref.
We don't call penalties in overtime.
Yeah, they tripped him, though. He stuck his stick between his legs, and a scissor trip or something it's called.
Uh-huh.
And it was just right there in front, and they missed it. So instead of going on the power play, they stay full strength, and Edmonton ends up scoring. Now, if they call the power play, does it mean Vegas wins for sure? No. But it's a play that should have been. Is that Butch Cassidy that coaches Vegas?
Yes.
Man, I'm watching him talk about the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first 10, 15 seconds, I'm not thinking anything. I'm like, oh, that's the Vegas coach. And then I'm looking, I was like, damn, is that Butch? He looks old, man. We're getting old, Hick.
Mm-hmm.
The head coach of Vegas, he won a title in Vegas, didn't he?
No, he won a cup in Boston.
A cup in Boston. The head coach, though, used to be the coach of the Lizard Kings here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Butch Cassidy.
It's a great story.
And he went from here.
I think he goes by Butch. I don't know.
No, we did. Yeah, we called him Butch. I think he goes by Bruce Cassidy for the most part. But here, he answered to Butch. I think Butch is his nickname, even there.
I will say this, and shout out to our friend Justin Moore, a huge Edmonton fan. Those guys they keep falling behind and keep coming back and winning. I mean, they're hot right now. I mean, but that's 2 wins in Vegas to start. They've done what the Knicks did in Boston. They went out there and got their 2 wins. And Connor McDavid had a beautiful move and got a great pass to Draisaitl, who had the game-winning goal last night for the Oilers. So good dub for them.
Bears fan are trying to claim the Pope as good karma for them.
Yeah,
everyone's coming in here for that. Yeah, I don't know if there have been popes who are sports fans, but they've been soccer fans. And so I don't know how that karma worked because, well, we don't pay attention.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll be paying attention here. See what happens.
Now, they're already fighting in Chicago because there's mixed reports on which baseball team he supports.
His brother said Sox, so I'm going to go with the brother on that one.
But
Sorry.
I thought the most interesting thing, and this is about the most American thing you can have when it comes to being, an American pope.
Mm-hmm.
It was Chicago's a baseball town. His family was a baseball family. They were baseball fans, but his mom was a Cubs fan. His dad was a Cardinals fan.
That's good.
Which is ironic in a couple of ways. One, that's a fierce rivalry, maybe one of the biggest in baseball. But two, I mean, how does the Pope come from a family of Cardinals? Huh? You see what I did there? But some of the Pope memes, I mean, Snoop Dogg letting the Pope smoke go. There's a bunch of them out there.
All right, well, we got to take a break, catch-up break. We got much more coming up. This is The Drill on a Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Get a Gator baseball chomp on 1010XL.
The Gators take a Texas two-step to the Lone Star State for a showdown with the nation's top gun, Florida, Texas. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoon on 1010 AM.
Want a simple way to boost your company's image without a big renovation? A fresh paint job in your brand's colors can increase recognition up to 80%. At Performance Painting, we help companies stand out with clean, on-brand finishes that impress clients and energize employees. From color consultations to low-odor coatings that won't disrupt operations, we've got you covered. Visit performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hey, couldn't be any happier to be part of the Goosehead Insurance family with Craig and Chris Kaprosky. I was thinking about this the other day. We start adding things up. It was monthly premiums, man. It comes out to a lot of money. So if something happens, we need you. You need to be there. And that's what the Kaproskys pride themselves on. It's called customer service, right? Something happens, you call them, they get you answers right away, right? If they don't answer, they call you right back. Sometimes that gets lost in today's day and age. And be it homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, Kaproskys will be there for you at time of need. I speak from experience. They've been there for me and my family for years. Get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of them. Craig.Kaprosky. It's Craig.Kaprosky, Koproski, at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422. That's 478-8422.
1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power Charge that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers, plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us, plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Hunters Know Patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Fantastic news here. Due to overwhelming response, Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beers' most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beers, locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve. Highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beards Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beards Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beards' already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beards Diamonds.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I don't know what he does.
Kenneth Grant, Michigan kid, has signed his deal with the Dolphins, 4-year rookie contract. Reached agreement. It's not a whole lot of negotiating anymore, which is good. Day 1 of the FHSAA Track and Field Championships begin today. 2A, Bowles, Reigns, Jacksonville Tigers, Jackson Tigers, Bishop Kenny, among others. My boy Clayton Freeman's out there, of course, covering it.
Hardest working guy. And now that Freeney's gone, the TU keeps losing, they're going to run poor Clayton into the ground.
Poor Clayton.
Damn it, Clayton.
TU, you got to pay Clayton more money, man.
A ton more.
The guy does everything. Everything. And every day. I demand it.
I can remember one day we got into a fiercely volatile argument about a schedule quirk for the Gators one year. And we couldn't have disagreed more.
You and me?
Yeah.
What
You're not
about?
going to remember. It was the year that we moved the FSU to the Friday game.
Yeah.
Black Friday. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Playing on Black Friday, I thought it was great. And you, at the time, you hated it. You come, listen, something like that is we could change our mind on through the years.
Probably.
But then, I look and did you see what maybe it was just a game ahead of its time, Dan? Because I see what the SEC is doing on Black Friday this year. They're putting, Texas A&M Friday night, Black Friday. That announced yesterday. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Black Friday at noon.
Egg Bowl
at noon. I think Texas A&M used to be Thanksgiving night way back in the day.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving night.
Okay.
And then Arkansas, LSU was Friday for a lot of years, Friday afternoon. But what was interesting about that is, because your point was, and it was valid, Florida State played Friday night at 8 o'clock because they were both 7 and 6 teams at the time. But putting this, like that Texas A&M, that could be a huge game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
And and they just, I will say this, man. For those
we also
of us
have
that
an
love
NFL
football,
game on Black Friday.
Well, my point was going to be, man, the one thing about technology, and maybe it saturates it, and maybe it leads to overall lesser individual numbers for certain games, but the fact that we get to football, by the time we get to November, you got something really good on every single day.
Every day.
And then you throw in your fantasy, this, that, and the other.
I think I didn't like it, too. Part of it was high school.
That is true.
Yeah.
But that's almost over by then, isn't it?
No, it's what's
late November.
The whole goal is to play past Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I think that.
No, I hear you. But the
NFL is all our daddies, and they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They took Christmas away from the NBA. They're now full bore on Christmas. They'll go like that week. Remember that week? Remember last year? It was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, they did like 6 days in a row.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Christmas this year will fall on Thursday. It was Wednesday last year. So at least that'll make it easier. The problem with the Wednesday, it's a valid criticism from the players. Yeah, that's the one. You're sticking it in the middle of the week.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They don't even practice. They just go play another game. By the way, the Jaguars Rams, pretty much that one.
I was about to say, do you want to repeat your? I don't know. I don't know if it's a scoop or a snoop. Dan says it's a snoop, but he's throwing out 5 games that he says are on the schedule in particular weeks. So. Go ahead right now and order your tickets, make your plans. Here's Dan Hicken's official schedule release.
Week 7 in London, October 19th.
Well, that makes sense. They're always around then. Although that would not align with the Florida-Georgia game, which is a bit different.
Correct. I don't think it did last year.
Oh, it didn't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Rams will be the team. So we won't have the Rams here. We'll be going to London.
The one thing that jumps out at me about that is what a long trip that is for the Rams. I mean, they are going across about 10 time zones.
That is. L.A. to London, how long?
10 hours?
11 and a half.
Yeah, that's brutal, dude.
5,454 miles.
Yeah. And what's the flight from Jacksonville? 7 then? Because it's probably 4.5 to L.A., maybe 5.
Yeah.
But you got to go a little further north if you're coming from L.A. You wouldn't be flying over Jacksonville being the point, so.
It says 903, but.
Hours?
Yeah, 4,271 miles. If you have a private jet and you can fly in the fastest possible straight line.
That's not that much of a difference. That doesn't sound right.
Well, I'm just telling you.
I know you're not making them up.
I'm looking at trippy.com, Jeff. Yeah. Trippy.com.
Well, that'll happen.
Of course, it says right here, Jacksonville to London, 3 ways to travel via train. I don't know what train you can take to get to London from Jacksonville.
You can't. The crazy train.
You can take the crazy train and go into the ocean. Anyway, but that's one of the games. That one is pretty much locked in, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. That one, because we know the date, and now we know the team, right? Some of the other ones that are, again, this is snooping and speculating. So no confirmed. Houston at Jacksonville, week 18. That would be good for Jacksonville. Big game at home, hopefully, probably for the division title.
I do think it says.
I would take that. Would you take right now Jacksonville, Houston, week 18, winner wins the division?
Of course.
Okay. E, would you take that?
Yes, sir.
Because you also have, and you didn't necessarily say this, but you also have, with that being the scenario, you could very, very possibly be a wild card if you lose it.
Yeah, doubtful in the South, but yes.
Maybe.
Week 12, Jaguars at Arizona, 425. I wonder if that, what weekend is that? Give me a week 12. Oh, well, week 9 we just said, oh no, is week 7 is October 19th?
Yeah, so it'd be
26th,
end of November, Thanksgiving weekend.
3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th. Is it Thanksgiving weekend then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I bet you that's
10,
what
11.
it is.
Yeah, it'd be Thanksgiving weekend. Ugh.
I don't like these projections you just sent me, E.
You don't like that?
I don't know who did these.
Yeah.
Couple other ones?
Yeah, give me a couple more, and then I'm going to
Jaguars at Titans in Nashville on a Thursday night. Week 14, that would be in December.
The only thing about the Jags Titans,
cold.
Yeah, well, the only thing about Jags Titans Thursday night football, it just makes you think both teams stink. Because we've had that game a lot through the years where both teams stunk, and we play them, and they play us. And
Jags at Bengals week 2. You take that?
Well, I mean, there's no good time to play them. I
That
suppose
does mean
early.
you probably open at home, though.
Yeah, I would think.
Nobody plays road games 2 weeks in a row to start.
You occasionally, but that wouldn't seem fair.
Yeah. So that'd be nice. We didn't open at home last year.
No,
right?
we opened at Miami.
Yeah.
Our home opener was against the Cleveland Stinkers.
Oh, God.
That's exactly what we did.
Oh, dear. And then the big one, Chiefs at Jags.
Sunday night.
Week 16, which is kind of probably close to Christmas.
No, that would, that'd be the week of Christmas.
Yeah. Sunday night football could get flexed.
Yeah,
but it is the Chiefs.
I was going to say when the schedule,
They don't like to flex the Chiefs.
When the schedule comes out, it'll be voted most likely to be flexed.
Yeah, it would be.
The Jags have probably been flexed by percentage more than any team in the league.
100%. Anyway, those are that's your snooping.
Instagram
speculative games.
Instagram has posted this. I don't know who it's from. Bleacher Report.
Yep.
Bleacher Report has offered up the leading the leading guys in the stat projection among the rookie class.
Okay.
I sent it to you as well, Dan.
Well, thank you, friend.
Rushing yards.
Not that you're playing favorites.
Rushing yards. This makes sense. Ashton Genty. So we're going to play over-under here more than we are listing these. I don't agree with some of these projections, but nonetheless. They say the leading rookie rusher will be Ashton Genty, 1247. Over or under, boys?
What is it?
1247.
Under.
E?
I'm going to go under.
I'm going over. They're going to feed that guy the ball.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that guy's going to get fed. Rushing touchdowns. Again, Ashton Genty. 11. Over, under.
I'd probably go over.
Under.
I go under. Receiving yards. It's got to be Travis Hunter, doesn't it?
You would think.
It is Travis Hunter. Projected total, 1,014 yards. Over, under.
Travis Hunter, 1,014?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping over, but I'd take that.
Yeah, I'm.
Would you take that?
I want more than that.
Woo!
I want Brian Thomas Jr. numbers from a year ago. I need 1,300 yards. He's the number one pick in the
how
draft.
about Brian Thomas Jr. gets 1,500,
Yeah.
Travis Hunter gets 1,014? I'm happy as a clam. I'm dancing.
Again, you look at the teams that have two good receivers. That's what they are doing. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown both produce. Waddle and Hill both produce. Higgins and Chase both produce.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want more than 1,014.
Okay.
All right.
You're rough, but that's fine.
Receiving touchdowns.
Demanding is what you
Receiving touchdowns. The man with a guaranteed contract, they say Jaden Higgins, not Travis Hunter. Projected total 8. I'm not going over under on Jaden Higgins.
No, I don't care.
I don't care either. Yards from scrimmage by a rookie. So you had Genty, the leading rusher. You had Hunter, the leading receiver. Naturally, it's neither one of them. They say Travion Henderson, 1489. Again, not over-undering that one.
No, not worth it. These are poor.
James Pierce Jr. for sacks, 11.
Oh.
If that's the case, Atlanta's taken a beating for what they traded. I will say the same thing for Atlanta I said about the Jags. I love what the Falcons did. Their defense is terrible. They got both of the pass rushers. They got Jalen Walker. They got James Pierce. And then they got that safety from Notre Dame that everyone loves. So screw next year's draft. You got to win now. Like when it comes to the Travis Hunter and banding about the debate on what you gave up, I don't care. Don't tell me what you gave up. Tell me what you got. And we got a guy who'll be going on the field about right now.
You ready to get nasty?
When we return. It's a GFL. I never am, but when we return,
We're gonna
we
do some
will.
nasty today?
It's a GFL Friday. That's Greek for life.
Hey, I might have a special deer drill again.
Okay.
Kind of like last week's.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Homer the throw, and he's sacked back at the 11-yard line. And it's the massive tackle, Marcus Stroud.
Jaguars pride forever. 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
Hey, is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977. Man, that's a long time. That means they're doing it right. Surfside Pools has the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service. I just got my weekly service pool report. Outstanding. Thank you, Surfside Pools. Equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and of course, new pool construction. Man, let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. You ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net. Real easy to go to, surfsidepools.net. Or you can call 246-2666. That's 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, baby. They're your hometown MVP.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this weekend at the newly renovated Bi-Star Ballpark. Join us tonight for fireworks and tomorrow at 6:35 for more fireworks. And Mental Health Awareness Night with free beach hats to the first 2,000 fans through the main gate, courtesy of River Point Behavioral Health and Bi-Star. Catch on the field and free face painting before the game on Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day at 3:05. JackShrimp.com for tickets.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. The Dow is up, the Dow is down. We got some tariffs. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I do know who knows what's going on, man. That's my guys at ITP Partners. Why? Because they've been through it all, man. They got the experience, they got the expertise, they got the knowledge. They got Reed Wingate, they got Janice Cobb, they got Dan Abel, they got Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan, man. Those are the ITP Partners. Those are the guys and ladies that I listen to. Why? Because I trust them. Why? Because they sit down with you. Because they hear your goals, and your goals become their priority. And it's a great time to get started. You know, if you need some information, you got some questions, call them. They'll answer. Chris at ITPpartners.com, Chris at ITPpartners.com, or 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, it's Guggen Golf time. If you and a friend would like to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Open Golf Tournament, May 19th at Hidden Hills Golf Club, text Guggen, Googan, to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to win. Score a hole in one and win an Atlantic Infinity SUV. Enjoy Chick-fil-A breakfast, the Dandy Foods lunch. Check out the latest big boy toys from Ride Now Power Sports. Thanks to our sponsors, Taco Loop, Lift Power, Instant Keys, and Southern Oak Insurance.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiège experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night, worried about your finances in these crazy times? Hey, it's Prosser here. And if you're like most people, you've racked up a sizable amount on your credit cards, and the monthly payment is not making a dent in it. It's time to call Loan Pronto. If you own a home, you have a super easy way to get tens or even hundreds of thousands in cash. Loan Pronto has lots of options for helping you tap into the equity in your home and get the cash you need to get back on solid footing. Most homeowners who do this end up wiping out all their credit card debt and cutting their monthly expenses by $1,000. Look, you didn't mean to end up here, but you don't have to keep stressing out about money. Call Loan Pronto for fast debt relief now. 904-999-1508. That's the number to Loan Pronto. Or you can also go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by the First Coast YMCA. The Gators baseball's team's first trip to Austin this weekend to take on the #1 Texas Longhorns. Having a rough start to the season, the Gators now entering the matchup with 4 straight series wins, registering 7 comeback victories. Gators head coach Kevin O'Sullivan has emphasized the importance of maintaining the team's recent high level of play as they prepare for a crucial series.
I just wanted to finish. I mean, we worked so hard to get us back into it. Probably a lot of people that didn't think when we started out 1-11 that we'd be in this position, but we have to finish. And I feel good about this group, but certainly, it doesn't matter. The whole league is extremely difficult, and obviously Texas is a great venue to play at. Obviously, they've had a tremendous season. Like anybody at this point, everybody's battle tested at this point. We just need to play the brand of baseball that we've been playing for like the last month.
First pitch tonight at 7:30. Catch the game live on 1010 a.m. It's 77 degrees at 9:08. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, this is awesome. Because the Guggen Nation can enjoy the song Uncle Leo, and Dan Hicken is not here to ruin it.
Right.
I'm just going to keep my eye underneath the door there. I do not want to see the shadows of footsteps. I don't need that. It's just that one part where he goes, that part. Although you've got some sort of new mix going here. What do we got going on?
This is with Metallica.
Oh. Now we're back to Uncle Leo.
We're back to Uncle Leo.
Who puts this together?
YouTube.
Gonna dance the night away, Googans. Oh, there we go. Sure. No.
Look at it.
Uncle Leo! Metallica there.
By the way, FSU baseball got quite a treat. And, listen, you're a big-time college program. They, of course, you have a big ACC showdown this weekend at Cal.
Okay. Again, this is what we talked about when the ACC came about. It's not just about that Saturday night primetime football game It's about taking the baseball or softball team to Berkeley.
Yeah, so they're at Berkeley, but what did they do? They're practicing. They practiced yesterday at Oracle Park, home of the San Francisco Giants. How did they pull that off, you wonder? Very simply, Buster Posey runs the Giants now. Link Jarrett, Buster Posey relationship.
Yeah. Did they play together? About the same time, isn't it?
I would say probably. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but yeah, my guess would be yes. But I think that's awesome. That's a big treat, you know.
Sure.
Anytime you walk in a park like that, you I always thought it's great.
Are all 3 games there?
Where?
What did you at the stadium?
They're not playing in games. They're just
I
practicing.
thought they were going to play one.
Yeah.
Oh, practice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what he got him to do. They'll play at the Cal facility. Yeah.
I mean, if you're Cal, man, you try and get a game there a year.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Right? I mean, maybe they do. I wonder if, like, Stanford Cal should play there. Like Florida State play here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Giants may have something to say about
maybe.
that. Listen, we've talked a lot about the Pope today and the Chicago sports fan that he is, and you want to talk about you're missing the boat here if you haven't figured this out.
Oh.
Like, who should he – like, I'm hoping for divine intervention with the Villanova, his college choice, obviously, the Knicks guys. The Chicago sports fan like Tay-Tay, they're all screaming about the Bears. No. This Monday is where they need the Pope. This Monday is a game changer for a Chicago sports team, potentially.
Is that the draft lottery?
Cooper Flagg to the Bulls. That's what you need.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the one you want. If you want one, that's the one to go get.
It's an interesting question for 4-team markets.
Yeah.
Like here, we only got one team to consider. We'd only want one impact it would be. But if you're in Chicago, you got to, you would balance it against all your rooting interests there. But
right.
Yeah, getting Cooper Flagg for the Bulls would probably be a.
Oh. That's the Cooper Flagg sweepstakes.
Does it feel like Cooper Flagg, though, is like.
What is he? Is he Larry Bird?
I don't know. It's a great question.
I mean, obviously.
I feel like today's stars come along so prepackaged and accepted already that I get.
Who is Cooper Flagg? Is Cooper Flagg?
Like, you mean, how does he play? Or
what kind of NBA player will he be? Who's he going to be? Is he going to be a perennial all-star? Is he Luka?
Well, he's quicker and more athletic. He's kind of between Luka and McGrady.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he, to me. And again, to put exact comps on these, but I think he reminds me kind of of McGrady.
I mean, this is a
Do
big.
you see that, E?
Yeah, T-Mac.
Like a little McGrady there.
So the teams that deserve him are the Wizards. Who is the worst in the West?
In the West, was it Portland? Maybe.
Yeah, those are the teams that deserve him, right? The team that get here's what I don't want. No disrespect. I don't want them going to the 76ers, okay? Because they get, I don't want them going to
the Spurs.
The Spurs, yeah. So,
boy, the Spurs. That if you're into the conspiracies and building super teams, not necessarily where they're from. So because it's a stretch to say the NBA has always desired San Antonio to be great. That's a stretch, but I do believe the NBA believes in having dynasty teams, super teams that stay good for a long time. And the Spurs have been that, and with Wembanyama, they might be again. They shouldn't have a high selection because they were among the better teams that didn't make it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the league. Let's go down to the very bottom. Yeah, the Jazz would have Jazz.
The Jazz.
1765.
Yeah.
It's Jazz, Wizards, Hornets, 17, 18, 19. Jazz 17 wins, Wizards 18 wins, Hornets 19
Yeah,
wins.
those are the teams that deserve them.
And then Pelicans 21, you could argue,
fine.
but their injuries why I get. But to your point, Sixers, no way.
Yeah.
Nets, no, you had your chance at a super team. Raptors, who cares? We have the worst odds. We're the first, same as last year. The Hawks, they're just so Atlanta. Let's go 40-42. Miss the playoffs, but have no shot at the lottery. But when we do hit the lottery with no shot, let's make sure it's Zachary Richache. Good Lord, man. 40-42. I mean,
what do you get? Like 3 little balls in the?
I don't know. Last year it's the exact spot we were. We had like a 1.1% chance last year.
And you got it?
And we got it.
I just
in between, I'll remind you.
Yeah.
In between drafts that brought, like generational players.
Right.
Wembanyama, Risache, Cooper Flag. That's fair. It's just so Atlanta.
And traded Luka.
For Trey.
Yeah.
Man, I saw somebody doing Trey Young was so lucky to be in it. It was really good. I should almost steal it, but they were doing a best player, like a bracket version of best player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
She go by rounds. The fact that Trey Young was considered in round one, and his first round matchup was like against like Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who wins that one.
In our
Joker won, by the way.
In our downtime with Dan, I lamented the Pittsburgh Pirates and their owner.
Yeah, him to say this ends now, that's pretty rich, and that he won't spend any money.
How about this one? Over the last 7 years, the Pirates have spent $200 million less in payroll than the Milwaukee Brewers.
But they probably
It's disgraceful, Jeff.
Get
out of the game,
it's
man.
not his fault. It's the commissioner's fault.
No, it's the owner too.
Well,
it's a greedy.
It's the other owners.
They're all making money. These guys are all making money, man.
I got news. Listen, in case you
It's
ever
not right.
wondered, and with each passing day in all leagues, the one entity that slides lower and lower and lower on the importance scale is us, the fan. They don't give a damn about us, man.
They
just want more money. They just want whatever. And you know what? I wish I could go to Pittsburgh this weekend and give them some of mine.
Yeah.
But I can't. We got one more chance to get to 500 today to tie the record at 19-19.
I was right there.
Can't quite get. Hey, the Braves for the first time all year showed heart last night. We actually had a gutsy heart win. Gave up the lead 4-2 and then just tied it in the ninth. I don't know how. Must have been errors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Reds must have made some errors.
There was I didn't see the game, but they kept showing this play that
In my game?
Francona got tossed on. It was
It was a steal. They didn't. They were. I did not see it.
Okay.
That was 11. I got to be honest. Iglesias gave up the homer in the ninth. I got ticked off and turned it off.
Iglesias gave up another homer,
Yeah.
huh?
Mhm.
Good Lord.
Yeah, he's not closing at all. By the way, that's an epidemic in the league this year. A
Yeah.
lot of closers are having issues. A bunch of them. Your guy's kind of had it some little, hadn't he? Has he been great?
Not like bad as Iglesias.
Yeah.
He's been up and down.
Yeah.
What he does. He does closing things like walks the first guy, blue pits the second guy, then gets out of it.
Yeah. And
But he's had
Iglesias
one
always does that. But when you give up when you live on that tightrope, then you better keep your balance.
You better keep your balance.
And Iglesias hasn't to this point. But
Yeah.
I chalked that one up as a win to go back to 3 under 500. Right now, we remain 1 game below mediocre. So that's exciting.
Got to give Paul Pierce credit. He did walk to work.
Oh, did he? I'm shocked.
He walked the whole way.
Wait, is there video of that going
Yes.
around? Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's walking down the 405 or did he go
No,
back way?
I must have won the back ways. So, but he did it. So,
Man, you can't do that with professional sports, man.
They found my Mets fan, of course.
Which one? Oh, at the Pope,
in Italy. Eddie Shantz, a
Did you
Long
ever-
Island Mets fan. Eddie got in there. He raised his hat high in the air.
Did you see the conclave? Did y'all watch that?
No.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now that
the movie.
the movie.
Oh yeah.
With the
No, I didn't.
gosh, it's pretty good. I bet you'd like it.
Yeah. I'll watch it. I'll be glad to watch it. But yeah, I did.
NBA playoffs returned tonight.
Yeah.
Things
Saturday, 3 o'clock, buddy. That's what matters.
The West has kind of cleared the air a little bit.
Mhm.
They cleansed the palate. The things have gone like they are supposed to have gone the last 2 games in the playoffs. Game 2 in Oklahoma City and Minnesota, where the home teams just beat the hell out of the lower seeded visiting opponents. I don't know what to make of Jimmy Butler every now and then deciding I'm only going to shoot 7 or 8 times. And it's at times when his team is understaffed. I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night's a night where Jimmy Butler needs to go high volume, shoot it 20, 25 times, and then see where it takes you.
Yeah.
Because they're not winning without Steph. If
No.
Jimmy Butler doesn't go crazy, you know.
And we kind of think Steph's going to be out at least this series, right? I mean, they said a week.
I don't see how he can. Yeah, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple games tonight. Cavs, Pacers. So,
Yeah.
Are the Pacers and Knicks winning the series? Is that where we're at?
I'm not. I would.
They're
I
your
think
team.
the Pacers have a better chance.
If
of
they
winning.
weren't your team, why? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah. But
Right, it looks like Pacers, Knicks, which is it's a big benefit for both the Pacers and Knicks, and for whoever comes out of the West, quite frankly, because the Cavs and Celtics have been, and the Thunder have been the 3 best teams. Like in the regular season, if 82 don't lie, Oklahoma City, Boston, and Cleveland have been the 3 best teams by a pretty good margin.
Mm-hmm.
And odds are only be 1 of the 3 of them left by the time we get to conference finals.
The
Cleveland's still favored tonight at Indianapolis. Still a favorite.
Shout out to the Ponte Vedra boys lacrosse team. They were in overtime in the state semifinal and scored a goal to win it. So that had to be pretty exciting for them. I saw the game-winning goal. It was awesome. They won 10-9, I believe, over Lake Mary. So they play for a state championship tomorrow. So wish them well. But congrats to them. I saw that.
And it's good to point out. And we get focused in sometimes on the high school scene to the quote unquote more major sports, but man, there's success being had on a lot of different fields and a lot of different events and a lot of different sports.
All right, we'll grab a break, catch up. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. A bold station for a bold city.
We need you to be all strong and hot.
1010XL. Bold City Radio.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All right, all you contractors out there know this. Finding reliable subcontractors, so key. It's key to your project's success. Prosser here, and guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner in these projects, understanding every facet of construction to keep that project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they can cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, this is Coach Jason Gibson of your Jacksonville Sharks. I know the importance of a strong game plan, and that's exactly what I've got with Clay Solar Installation Partners. They did the install of the solar panels at my house, and I couldn't be happier. Lower energy bills, clean power, and a winning team that made the whole process easy. If you're looking to save money and go solar, trust the pros at Clay Solar. Call Karen at Clay Solar today and tell them that Coach Gibson sent you.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron. Totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens. Also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Zero Res. I've had the cleaning freaks out to the house numerous times. Why? Because they make your house look better, smell better, feel better. It's just awesome, man. You walk in and it's so sparkly clean. I love it. Zero Res can handle every surface in your home. Carpets, tile, grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, you name it, they got it, right? If you don't believe me, check out more than 8,000 raving customer reviews online, 4.9 Google rating. You'll see what the hype is all about. This month, man, we call it May Mayhem. Get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner. 3-room special starting at $149, plus the 4th room is free. We'll take 20% off your air duct cleaning as well. That's called May Mayhem. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727. Or you can always go online. It's real easy, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Tell me you want the 1010XL, the Hicken, whatever special you want. They'll take care of you. Zero Res. You spell it forwards, Zero Res. You spell it backwards, Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler, and this Mother's Day, we'd like to help you celebrate Mom with up to 40% off our entire inventory. GIA-certified natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, beautiful colored gemstones, designer brands, custom jewelry design, and Monahan Jewelers offers interest-free financing on any purchase, so get something special with a payment you can afford. Come celebrate Mom with fine jewelry at up to 40% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer and handcrafted cocktails, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape. And you're home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane Grill and Wings. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at HurricaneWings.com.
Get ready. Welcome to Rockville is gearing up to take over the Daytona International Speedway from May 15th to 18th with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus, Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival is finally here. May 15th to the 18th in Daytona Beach. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. Select passes on sale now at welcometorockville.com.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, why you bring that up? That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm Hacker, and I'll get you more Gator chomps during the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. New episodes drop every Friday. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Join us at Miller Electric May 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. We're on the lookout for talented people from entry level to experienced electricians and foremen, security system installation and service technicians, fire alarm system service technicians, and both senior and junior VDV technicians. This is your chance to get hired on the spot. Meet the managers, indulge in delicious food, and snag some awesome giveaways. Don't miss out on this electrifying chance to power up your career. Miller Electric, May 29th, 4 to 7 p.m., 6805 South Point Parkway.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I always watch like TV things, and last night I wasn't watching this. I've seen it this morning. Former Trump administration official Cameron Kinsey. She's a young lady.
Okay.
She was on TV on Fox News. She was talking, and she started to slow up, and then she went boof.
Like
fainted.
passed out, fainted?
Fainted, yeah. Just 24, so, yeah.
I mean, you go hard, you get dehydrated, I guess.
I don't know.
She needs some milk.
Yeah, but she went down. She went down, and
for the count.
And then
Man down, woman down.
I always think the dude, something like that happens on TV. I don't think you keep going. I think you just do this. Hey, listen, something just happened. We're going to go to break. We'll come back, figure this out. My man's like, oh, can we get some help over here for her? And
Yeah, you got to go to break,
man.
bro.
Go to break. It's like it's like the classic girl broke her leg smashing the grapes. Oh, dear.
Yeah, that was worse than broken
I think
leg.
she's really
right.
hurt.
Ooh, ouch.
Ouch. What do you think? Is she okay?
Is it time for the Mr. T Mother's Day salute, by the way? or are we going to let another one get by us?
Yes, it is.
E.T., could you look up the Mr. T Mother's Day song, please? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Dan and I will cover things until then. And,
please.
I mean,
we'll go to break with that thing.
It's a weekend that
It's Mother's Day.
That we just give honor to the best women in the world, our moms.
It's one of the classics.
And Mr. T is a man. When Mr. T speaks, you listen.
It's a tradition.
If he gives you a directive, you follow it. Mr. T, I want you to pay special attention to the lyrics, gang.
Yes.
Okay, pay attention to the lyrics.
Do you have it, E?
Listen.
Treat her like,
Listen.
treat her like a lady.
Listen to what Mr. T is telling you.
instruction.
Okay, don't just listen to the music
No,
and snap
take
your
it
finger.
in.
Take heed of the verbiage that is used here.
You need to understand what M stands for.
All right, here we go.
Mr. T.
Well, you couldn't be more than 5. You're so fat they have to jack you up to take off your shoes. Yeah, well, you're so skinny your eyes are in single file.
Oh, dear.
Well, you're so ugly your ears stick out to get away from your face.
Ooh.
Well, your mama is so...
Hold it, wait a minute, wait a minute.
There you go, Mr.
Don't
T.
bring anyone mother into this.
No.
Everything else was okay.
No. Your mother, you wouldn't be here.
Okay.
So remember, when you put down one mother,
Listen to the
you put
words.
down mothers all over the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a theme. It's an anthem. Pay heed to it, Googans.
Treat your mother right.
Yeah.
Treat her right. Treat your
Take it,
mother
T.
right.
Treat her right. Tell him, T.
Mother, there ain't no other like mother.
Treat her right.
So treat her right.
Gotta treat her right.
Mother, I always love her.
Of course.
My mother. So treat her right.
Now
Baby,
listen,
treat her right.
listen.
M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that she felt when I was born. O is for the oven with its burning heat, where she stood making sure I had something to eat. T is for the time that she stayed up night and took my temperature when I wasn't feeling right.
Yeah.
H is for the hard-earned money she spent to keep clothes on my back and try to pay the rent.
Pay the rent.
E is every wrinkle I put on her face. And
Every wrinkle.
worry that I caused when I stayed out late.
Put them wrinkles on her face.
What 8-year-old wrote this song is what I want to know. What 8-year-old wrote this?
Time out. E.
Mother. There is no other.
Can you
shout out to Nance?
Can you cue it up to the M again?
Yeah,
I just
this
want to
is
go over the
great.
M
Listen,
one more time.
You
The M
guys
is
need to know what the M in Mother's Day stands for.
Yes.
And what was so strong about this is he came with this one. This was like the haymaker. This is like Clubber Lang. This is a haymaker right on the first letter.
Yeah.
Like, this is so classy. You can't get past. So, again, Mr. T,
I want to write this down.
what's
I want to
the
understand
M
here.
for? I mean, maybe
Yeah.
some of you, by the way,
M.
cheat a little bit. Your mother probably hasn't heard this song. Go ahead and just straight, just take it straight.
All right, I want
Just
to write this
quote
down.
it.
So I
Quote
can,
it on your Mother's
we might
Day
need to get
card.
this on the building.
Okay,
here.
what is the M for?
Do you have that? He's queuing that up.
So treat her right, treat her right. M is for the moan and the miserable groan from the pain that she felt when I was born.
Okay, there
I
you go.
got it. M is for the moan or the miserable groan.
Moan for the
Miserable
M is for the
groan
moan
from the
and
pain
miserable-
she felt when I was born.
Yeah, there we go.
Bone.
Bone.
So, from Mr. T to you, happy Mother's Day. Well,
M is for the moan,
the miserable
groan from the pain she felt when
I was born. Mother, there is no other like your mother. So treat her right. Treat her right. Next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's strange. The code is somehow different.
LX1010.
Encrypted? Maybe.
Is that good for us or bad for us?
1010XL.
Hey, I've got that craving again. How about some Mr. Chubby's wings?
Have you had the Chubby style wings? Grilled to perfection with Chubby's secret seasoning.
You know I have. They are so delicious. I swear you can't find anywhere in town with better wings and better prices on drinks.
So many different specials each night, too. Well, I'm ready to chub it up again.
Me too.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Hey, Hicken here. You're tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions where? Bowden Eye & Associates, man. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, got a fractive lens exchange, and, of course, classic LASIK. It's designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoy the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. They're Bowden Eye & Associates, man. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
This Mother's Day, be direct. Tell mom she shines without saying a word. At Diamonds Direct, we've curated a meaningful collection of timeless gifts for every budget, from birthstone rings and stackables to diamond pendants, pearls, and stunning earrings. So here's to mom for her love, her strength, and always putting others first. This year, she deserves a gift that lasts a lifetime, and that's our specialty. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 9, 1987, Baltimore Orioles MLB first baseman Eddie Murray is the first player to switch hit home runs in 2 consecutive games.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
The Sawgrass Marriott Golf Resort and Spa is the perfect place for indulging in a pampering spa treatment. This Mother's Day season, give the gift of wellness with a gift card and take advantage of the spa's current promotion. Buy a $75 gift card or more and guests get a credit towards a future service. With healing massages, revitalizing facial treatments, and more, a day at the Sawgrass Spa makes a perfect gift for everyone. Purchase in person at Sawgrass Spa during operating hours.
Swing into the hottest party of the summer. Join First Tee Door Florida at the Yards on June 12th for the Summer Soiree Baja Beach Bash. We're bringing the vibrant spirit of Cabo San Lucas to the First Coast for an evening of family-friendly fun. Enjoy live music, craft cocktails, golf games, raffle prizes, and delicious Mexican-inspired cuisine from Taco Lu. Golf, fiesta, and philanthropy, all to support the impactful programs of the First Tee. Visit firstteenorthflorida.org/summer soiree to secure your tickets today.
Remember Mom this Mother's Day with a beautiful floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. JJ here with 1010XL, and there's no excuse for a last-minute thing when you can simply call Kuhn Flowers or go online to kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Didn't get me onto Augusta, so who cares?
Oh, dear.
Taste
Onions.
Almost taste it, can't you? I got a speed trap in play.
Yes.
right now. Thanks for calling me. It's brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. They got radar detection and more, but we got the Guggen Army out there in the morning and drive time. And here's the idea. We're keeping the streets safe. The backing local law enforcement. They don't want to take your cash. They just want you to be safe. So, right now, St. Augustine on US 1 at Cordova Palms to SR 16. That's State Road 16. Coming up US 1 down there in the St. Aug area. Keep those speeds down.
Headlines are out everywhere. Carolina reportedly banning Jordan Hudson, girlfriend, handler, and publicist to coach Bill Belichick from the Tar Heels football facility.
I'm amazed that they have the authority over Bill Belichick's football program to tell him, have you ever heard of any football program saying that the coach's wife or girlfriend was persona non grata? This is honestly, this is the first time ever in the history of modern athletics that a coach's significant other has been told you can't come see your husband at work.
Said Belichick's girlfriend crashed the set of his commercial and tried to make her own ad. She left the set, came back wearing a yellow polka dot bikini. The premise of the ad was Jordan Hudson by the pool trying to get Bill's attention. The crew filmed her, sources say, but the camera wasn't on.
I don't see how these things are. I don't know how North Carolina can tell Bill Belichick his girlfriend can't come. Again, unless you're right, and this is Bill's way of getting out of this thing. Hey, could you just tell Jordan she's not allowed to be here?
We got issues, man, going on around here.
That's just, again, this sounds like, do you think if Bill Belichick wants his girlfriend to be around and is being told, do you think he would just flat out quit?
I don't know. He loves football more than he loves Jordan Hudson.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. I hate to put it in the same framework of like those of us that have real relationships, but there's not many people that in a real relationship would allow their workplace to say to dictate in any form or fashion when and how they could see their significant other. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people would just play if they went down to Gainesville right now and told Billy Napier your wife's not allowed to come to the facility.
Right.
Or they told Nick Saban, Ann can't come to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would fly too good. So here's one or two things happen. Based on Belichick's response, you can make a couple of things here.
Gators have a big baseball weekend at Texas. Pierce Coppola, Liam Peterson, and Aiden King, they've changed their rotation a little bit. We'll see how it goes. They really need to get one win. Get a win, and you'll be okay. Get 2 wins and you're in great shape. But this is big out there against Texas. Texas is really good. They're probably the best team in the country. They've had some injuries though, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I mean, I think you're right. It's just they got one more after this. Is it Bama?
Yeah, Bama next week.
Yeah, I think it's just if you could just go, if you go 3, I mean they're in. If they just kind of go 3-3.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I did see on the latest projections they were up to the 2 line in the it's still in Tallahassee though, so does it matter? 2 or 3? If you're in Tallahassee, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna have to beat the you're the 3, you have to beat the 2. If you're the 2, you have to beat the 3.
One more thing, I saw this and top 10 passing trios in 2025. Top 10 passing trios.
Is this NFL?
In 2025. Number 10, the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. Ugh. Number 9, the Niners, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk.
Does it have to include a tight end, or those teams, that's their second best option?
That's their second best option. Number 8, the Bucks, Mayfield, Evans, and Godwin. That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what is...
Number 7, the Chiefs.
Rice and
Mahomes, Kelsey, and Rice. I don't know.
Well, the other guy
came. Kelsey.
Well, who's the?
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, that guy came on was as good as any of them.
Number 6, Tua, Tyreek, and Jalen.
I tell you what, this tells you there are a lot of prolific trios. If Lamar is 10.
Number 5, Stafford, Puka, and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Number 4, Dallas, Dak, CD, and George Pickens.
No.
Probably a little high.
No, that's a Cowboy fan. That's not a little too high. That's 10th.
I like
the 10. That's 10th.
Okay. Number 3, Goff, Amon-Ra, and Jameson Williams.
That's also a little high.
I might put that tight end ahead.
I think there's. These are all good players. I'm not, but
Jameson Williams had 1,000 yards last year.
Yeah, barely 1,008, I think. But I do think they've got the order a little wrong.
Number 2, Hurts, Brown, and Devontae.
Okay.
Number 1, Burrow, Chase, and Higgins.
That's an easy one.
Jags need to be in the top 10.
By the way, Higgins' top yardage is only like 1,014 yards.
With what we have,
they will be next year.
With what we have put into that we must be top 10.
And we're not.
We should be top 5.
Well,
next year,
I think they will be.
They should be.
Yeah,
they need to be.
I think they will.
Because understand, they've invested the number 1 overall,
a 3 overall, and a first rounder.
The number 2 overall.
Oh yeah, 2. That's right. I was thinking 3,
which they traded up to get.
Right.
So a lot of draft capital here.
Yeah, for sure.
So they need to be in the top. Yeah, they can't be out of the top 10. This one, they would be a good top 10 pick this year. Like you should have put them at number like 10 or 9.
Like you could have, but with 0 on the back of the football card yet for Hunter is probably hard.
Yeah.
You know, you're literally giving.
No, I get it.
Yeah, it's hard to know where he'll be, but I do think that he'll end up being just what we think he is.
Do we have time for Dear Drill?
Oh yeah, we always do.
All right.
I mean, last week he tried to throw in some like penthouse form.
That's not true. It was an actual letter. These are all
like
actual
some
letters.
Sort of like
us.
I never thought this would happen to me. Letters.
Well, it started that way. I don't know how.
Not crazy.
I don't know how. That
right. We're on to him. I mean, I don't know where he's getting his
anything.
intel.
I simply read them. That's all I do. We get them right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you can see, I transpose them and now I'll read them. Dear Drill, if
this question's off of Pornhub, man.
My cousin, she's more like a sister.
This better not go there.
Has made some extremely rash and concerning choices over the last year.
It's a little too much concern for a cousin right off the bat. But
just like a sister.
Yeah.
After she had her second baby, she left her husband and started seeing a series of borderline abusive men.
Oh, okay.
She's now in the process of signing full custody of the kids over to her ex-husband and impulsively buying a house out of state. What I find challenging is she will accept nothing less than full support from her family and friends. She's cut off her sister to the point of not attending her wedding because she expressed that maybe it was time for her to get some professional help. She hasn't spoken to her mother in months. Okay. I don't want to cut her off. I think she genuinely needs help and is experiencing something challenging. But she's trying to manipulate her ex-husband into giving her more alimony money while she runs around with a man who verbally abuses her in public. I think she's in danger to herself, but if I say as much, she'll cut me off. Should I stay in her life so I can help her, or should I take a harsher stance?
Well, I don't know if it has to be defined as harsher, but no. You don't stay around just to stay around. I'm not positive what the question is here. It sounds like you want to sit and you want to grade every decision she makes.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to sit there and just be at the mercy of however she's going to treat you or act. So
I don't know what's wrong with these people. You go around where you're accepted and appreciated.
Yeah.
Girl, get the moving.
Yeah.
No, I don't care if the cousin, sister, mama, whatever.
Okay. One more.
Sometimes if people tell you what they want to be, you just got to let them go be it. And if you want to be that one that alienates everyone, and at some point you'll realize that, well, maybe I'm the problem, so be it.
Great Maya Angelou once said, when somebody shows you who you are, believe them.
Yeah.
Dear Drill, for the last 20 years, we've owned a comfortable house a few blocks from the beach.
Oh, nice.
Probably Atlantic.
Yeah, Neptune.
We have both a main and a back house. And can sleep as many as 11 to 12 people.
Now, Ponte Vedra. Now we've moved down to Ponte Vedra.
We've always welcomed our children, our grandchildren, and their friends unconditionally.
Like West Palm, we're now in Palm Beach.
Jupiter.
They, in turn, have been judicious about accepting our offer.
Okay.
Since we are now up in years, the work is becoming difficult.
Okay.
5 years ago, one of our grandchildren married into a difficult family. We're fond of our new grandson-in-law. He insists, though, on bringing his parents, sibling, and their family dog to our home. They are loud and ungracious. There's a difference of opinion among us as to whether we can or should refuse to continue welcoming them. Your thoughts?
Well, that's a lot to unpack, man.
Yeah.
I think you probably, for the sake of the family, realize that you're not better than everyone else in the world. Some people are different, and yeah, they may annoy you, but perhaps it's an exercise in your patience to be a nice person, and the more in your face part of this family is the grandson.
Okay.
So, or in-law, or however they phrase it. I'm assuming the granddaughter married this guy, and this guy's bringing his in-laws.
That's what it sounds like, yes.
Either don't do it at all, or allow them to keep coming. You can't just arbitrarily say one of the in-law sides, you don't like them, and they can't come.
What say you?
You hit it on the head. Either you do it or you don't. Pick a side. What is it? Binary, 0 or 1. You pick a side. Don't straddle the line. Don't straddle the fence.
P.S. The Drill family would like to come out for a weekend if you don't mind.
I have one from the text line.
Okay.
But it's more practical advice than it is
Please read.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I cooked chicken breasts last night. I put them in my meal prep containers with the lids on and was letting them cool before I put them in the fridge at 7. I accidentally fell asleep and put them in the fridge this morning at 5. Do you think they're fine to eat?
They probably are. I get antsy about that stuff.
Buddy, I
with chicken.
will buy the chicken wings from Publix and leave them on the counter and eat them 4 days later. You're fine, boss.
Jeff and I are the same
you're
people.
fine.
Ain't nothing wrong with them chicken tenders.
You
I get
guys
a little antsy.
Do you realize what our forefathers and frontiersmen, how they ate food? Do you realize? We are so over touchy about whether it's just gone bad or if chicken is cooked fully, then yeah, I mean, then yeah, you're fine if it sits on the counter covered
I get a little antsy
for the night.
You get a little antsy.
Do you put your fried chicken in the fridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It depends. If I'm going to eat it the next day, I'll leave it out on the counter.
You guys are more.
I'll put it right in the microwave.
You guys are more chicken
I
connoisseurs.
tell you
than
where
me.
Mrs. P gets. I disagree with her. She refrigerates desserts. I came from a family that desserts stay out on the counter, like pies and cakes and those types of things. She puts them in the fridge. It annoys me.
It don't bother me.
Cause some consternation over there at the Prosser household.
That's correct.
You get us out of
Could
here.
be headed for divorce.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by
What
Cool
happened?
Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
Coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Morning, Tone.
Good morning. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick up my eating habits from a generation where when they hit 45, everyone was like, wow, how'd they do it? Right? Like, yeah, their stomachs might have fought off a lot of that raw chicken or old chicken for a long time, but at some point they didn't.
That's right. That's
it's a
right.
sad existence. Yeah.
What do you got cooking today on a Friday?
We'll have Tommy Mack in with us as we do each Friday. And our question of the day today asking, based on the moves that the Jaguars have made so far this offseason, which of these units will be the most improved in 2025 for the Jaguars? We got 2 options in the poll today.
Okay.
Offensive line, secondary.
Oh. It's a good debatable topic.
It is.
Apparently, I am not a medical doctor nor a nutritionist, so I don't take any of them. I would eat it. That's all I'm saying. I've done it before.
Me too.
I told him I was antsy.
The text line, not so much.
Yeah, thank you.
4-hour temp danger zone at between 40 and 140 degrees for cooked food, whatever that. I don't know.
I can remember.
I don't know what that means, so I don't know what
middle
they're saying.
school, I had a teacher, the first biology teacher I had, and this lesson has stuck in my head ever since they said it. I was like, "What about like food and that kind of?" They were like, "If it survives your stomach, it deserves to win." That's the lesson they gave me as a young man.
Yeah, all right, that's right. Yeah, I think chicken cooked last night and left on your counter overnight covered is probably okay. If you don't want to eat it,
just makes
bring
me
it by.
antsy.
I'll
That's
eat
all
it.
I'm saying.
I'll be the king's tester.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right.
thanks, Tone.
Thank you.
The fabulous show, Jaguar Studies, coming up next. Enjoy your weekend. If you get out there tomorrow, tell me just how special Travis Hunter is at lacing those shoes. I hear he does it better than anybody else in the league. Back with more next.
Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
Okay, excellent show, everyone.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.